5 of this Hanukkah celebration. If you don't recognize these faces, that's because you're with the Pass the Rock crew. We were with you Friday night. Well, at least 3 of us were with you Friday night, pretty late, watching some Madden Championship. And Jack, how did you feel about that tournament? How excited are you for night 5 of Hanukkah?
Oh, it was an electric tournament. I had a great time watching it. We had some really competitive games in there. A lot of fun hanging out with you guys, and tonight's going to be even more fun. I'm super hyped for the night. We got a lot of good sports to talk about, some fun games, a lot of giveaways. It's going to be a good night.
Zach, you weren't able to join us Friday night, but you're here tonight. We have 3 hours of breaking down nothing but the Eagles' offense. How do you feel about that?
I cannot wait to absolutely dissect my team, both offensively and defensively. But we have a lot more planned tonight, a lot that I'm really excited about, a lot of things that I know we're all excited to talk about, and a lot of games and giveaways we're going to be having. It's going to be a really fun night.
Awesome. Jesse, doing some last minute updates, but what'd you think of the weekend? How excited are you for night 5?
I'm really excited for night 5. Like Jack said, electric Madden tournament over the weekend as well. And we have some sports trivia coming later. And if you were there watching the Madden tournament, you're going to have a few answers in your pocket for some of these sports trivia questions. So make sure to keep those in your back pocket and pay attention. You just might win something.
All right, so as you can see, where are you? You're at Lost Tribe Hanukkah, 8 days of giveaways. This is night 5. Thanks so much for being with us. This event is going to be awesome, has been awesome, will continue to be awesome. Here are some facts that you need to know. Lost Tribe Hanukkah is the biggest online Hanukkah celebration for Jewish teens across the globe. You are here at the biggest one. What can you win? You can win a PS5, an Xbox Series X, an Apple Watch Series 9, AirPods Pro, MetaQuest 2, all sorts of gift cards. We're going to give away a ton of those. And, it's just you watch to win. Every 10 minutes that you watch is another ticket you can buy. You can put all sorts of things in the chat. You can do exclamation point survey to take our survey. We have separate prizes for that, including a JBL speaker, Flip 5. You can do exclamation point ticket. You can do all sorts of stuff. You'll see that throughout the night. We have a Gaming Gleam, $500 in gaming peripherals of your choice. Sports Gleam, $500 gift card for sports tickets or sports gear, whatever you want. So use exclamation survey in the chat to access this year's Hanukkah survey. Jack or Zach, if one of you could type that in the chat just so we get that going, you can see the link there. Lost Tribe is building the biggest online community for Jewish teens in the world. If you are someone who is searching for a welcoming, exciting community to be a part of, Lost Tribe is the place for you. We host gaming events every month, thousands of dollars in prizes and giveaways. So check us out on social media, at Lost Tribe on everything. And if you really like what we have to say tonight, we have a few handles at Lost Tribe Sports that are pretty rocking as well. We also want to thank Route 1 for their partnership with us. They have plenty of events for teens as well. They're focused on bringing teens to Israel. They're a big supporter of Lost Tribe. We thank them for being a part of what we're doing. We want to thank Shine a Light. This Hanukkah season, Lost Tribe and Shine a Light are teaming to illuminate the gaming community and combat anti-Semitism. Lost Tribe is proud to join the Shine a Light on Gaming campaign, uniting gamers, organizations, and businesses dedicated to dispelling anti-Semitism, racism, hate, and intolerance. What are you watching right now? You're watching Pass the Rock. Pass the Rock is our more than weekly sports podcast. We put a bunch of content on TikTok and Instagram at Lost Tribe Sports. And we have a live show twice a week. And our normal show is on Mondays at 7 p.m. Eastern, right before the Monday night game. So let's start with a sports question. Jack, how much respect did you lose for Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes after they profusely whined about those calls, one particular call yesterday in their game against the Bills?
Look, I lost some respect for Pat. I think Patrick Mahomes has to understand in that situation that, like, at the end of the day, the call that was made on the field is the call that stands. And nothing, no amount of whining that you can do is going to change the outcome of that. And he hasn't really had a situation in his career where he's been a part of a referee controversy, because the refs are usually on the Chiefs' side. So I think it's a learning experience for him to be on the other side of that coin. But I would actually say I gained respect for Andy Reid from this situation. I think if you're a head coach in the NFL, you stand by your quarterback. I'm not going to say no matter what, but almost no matter what. And in this situation, if Pat is going to come out and say something, even if you disagree with it as the head coach, it's your job to stand by your quarterback and maintain that relationship. So I think Andy Reid handled it the right way. Pat, I don't know.
Any disagreements, or should I take that one?
I think you
So
go right ahead.
what I don't understand is we have rules in this league, do we not? He was offsides by half of a yard. And I just don't understand. You have to be cognizant of who you are and what happens around you. And if you're the Chiefs, how many calls do you get that benefit you? And let's just say, for the most part, I think refereeing is even. You get, a certain amount of bad calls and some go your way, except for that team. That team gets a lot of benefit of the doubt. There was a call last week where Patrick Mahomes was still in bounds, got hit, and got the 15-yarder. So, at some point, understand who you are, and, you can't complain about that. He was offsides.
Also, if you're Patrick Mahomes and you really want to start saying, well, the play was just, Your Honor, the play was so cool that it should count. Or
right.
Specifically, I had a problem with, he says, at that part of the game, like, let the players play. You shouldn't be ending the game based on a whistle. Does bro remember Super Bowl 57 and how it ended?
Exactly.
Exactly. Bro completely forgot how the Super Bowl ended, because it's like, if we're going to be, if we're complaining about ticky-tack penalties, I would argue that this offsides was more blatant than the holding that James Bradbury had at the end of that Super Bowl. But maybe that's just a biased Eagles fan opinion. What there isn't, what's clear cut to me is that Kadarius Toney was clearly offsides. I mean, every possible photo, video, angle of this play shows that, Kadarius Toney's foot was pretty much ahead of the ball. I mean, it was ridiculous.
Yeah, it's just.
I mean,
go ahead.
Yeah, look, when you're on the right side of history, you seem to have a bit of a short-term memory with that kind of stuff. So it makes sense that they might not remember the Super Bowl ending the way that you would, Zach.
Yeah, I just think it comes off as so fake when Patrick Mahomes was yelling, he was yelling at Kadarius Toney, who is the person he should have been yelling at, who didn't check in with the rep.
He says Patrick Mahomes says you never see that call made because receivers aren't dumb enough to line up offside.
Exactly.
On the line.
He is right. He's right, but he's misguided. So last year that call was made 3 times all season. This year they put an emphasis on it, like, check with us, we're going to call it. And that was the 11th time it was called. So it gets called. That number still seems low, because what receiver is dumb enough not to just look and point? The guy will tell you if you're cheating or you're not cheating. Like, it's insane.
Also, I saw a certain angle. Him and Von Miller's helmets were like almost like connecting on the line of scrimmage.
I saw that too. It's not
like Kadarius Toney is messed up this year. This was his first time.
Oh, Consigliere says in the chat, a video was posted of Toney checking with the ref prior to the play.
Really?
I haven't seen that. Post the link.
Yeah, I've not seen that.
Yeah, I'd like to see that, because
I've seen the video where he looks
Kadarius
directly at the line of scrimmage and then still stays ahead of the ball and then goes.
Where
like looks at the ball, you mean, not towards the sideline.
Yeah.
Pointing at the ref and the ref giving him the okay signal. Where is that video? Because that would change everything.
That would. Then I say to Patrick Mahomes, the receiver did what he needed to do, and you have the gripe, because that would be, that would.
And the tough part about it is Kadarius Toney being an inch offside, like, objectively had nothing to do with how that play transpired, because the ball still goes to Kelsey and he's still like 10 yards behind him in that sense. But unfortunately, that's not how the game works. Unfortunately, for like, Mahomes is right in saying like, oh, it didn't affect the play, but it's still offsides. Like, it doesn't affect the play when, people give you a little love tap at the end of your run, and all of a sudden you have 15 more yards and a new and a new set of downs.
Well, and there are rules. Like, it could affect the play. Therefore, it's a rule that you have to start at the line of scrimmage. It's only the first rule they made in the history of football. Like, where are we going to start? This line. Perfect. You
Yeah,
be
you
on
don't
that
you don't
side,
you
I'll
don't
be on
see
this side.
offsides be like the game breaking penalty that's called. It's usually pass interference or roughing the passer,
Right.
especially offensive offsides. It's just
No, it's
Yeah,
wild. You
because
don't see it a lot.
generally people aren't stupid enough to just not look at the ref, unless this video exists. I don't know.
Right.
I haven't seen it.
Yeah.
But
I almost really don't want that video to exist. I'm like very comfortable being frustrated with Patrick Mahomes right
yes,
now. He's
the
a guy.
situation is
They win way
If
too
it doesn't-
much, and I usually still root for them. Like I don't know why that is, but maybe that's changing now. Although I don't know that they'll be around at the end this year. We'll see. Monday Night Football. So for whatever reason, there is two teams had a bye this week in Week 14, and we have two Monday Night Football games. So you explain that to me, Jack. Miami against Tennessee. Miami's a 13.5-point favorite. And then the Giants in Green Bay. The Giants are a 5.5-point favorite. What are some things you're looking for in either of these two games that, could be a big story? Could be two lopsided games, but maybe not. Jack, any thoughts on tonight's games?
I mean, I think the biggest potential story in this game is that this could be a trap game for the Packers. If you look at the rest of their schedule, it's relatively easy. They've played really good football as of late. Obviously, last week they beat the Chiefs on Sunday Night Football. They beat the Lions the week before. They beat the Chargers the week before that. So they're playing really good football right now. And the rest of their schedule is not too difficult. But of all games for them to lose down the stretch, I think this could be the one. A primetime game. You're on the road in New York. Even if the Giants have had a lackluster season, it's still not an easy place to play. And I think that of all games, this could be a trap game for the Packers. And I would expect this to be maybe a little bit closer than some people might expect.
Okay, time out before we continue talking about that. Zach, you seem to have looked at this video. What do we see?
Yes. So I looked at the video.
all right, Gene.
Tony does actually point towards the ref very briefly. Does not seem to be any acknowledgement from the referee. So I don't know exactly what the protocol is for referees, whether they're supposed to acknowledge it or just, or they're just supposed to remain neutral unless they have a reason to act upon it. But he does check in with the referee. He does check in with the referee before the play. And the video is of the exact play where he does line up offsides. You can clearly see in the video that he is offsides. So,
like he points, does he look over like I am doing this thing?
Briefly looks over and points like pretty much.
All right, we're going to the
like
booth
that.
review here.
Quickly.
We're going to bring it
I
up
like
on
it.
screen.
I was hoping you could bring it up. Thank you.
You can bring it up. Perfect.
All right.
Okay.
Oh, this is awesome.
Frame analysis here. Let's see.
This is
All
awesome.
By the way,
So-
consigliere, thank you for pointing this out. Whether it's real or not, we'll see.
Here's the video.
This
You
is
got a
the
raid.
best thing that we've ever done. I'm so excited.
All right. Hey, and the raid. Thank you, Bubba, for the
And the
raid. We're
raid.
doing a review on whether or not Kadarius Toney actually checked with the ref. All right. Here's
This is
the
huge.
video.
This is huge. Okay.
He
You see
rated
Tony's
it the perfect
here.
time.
Number
Yeah.
19. He looks.
Look at his head. Look at his head.
Oh, okay. He looks
Go back.
quickly.
Wait,
We're gonna
wait.
do One full,
Did
one
I already
full
miss
watch through,
it?
We'll go back.
Yeah, you already missed it.
There's
All
no
right.
way that counts.
Look quickly. Look quickly. All right. Here goes Tony.
No,
Oh.
that's not good enough.
Yeah, I don't know. He wasn't like.
I
I don't know.
Look,
Does
look,
his hand
look.
go out?
look. That's why I said. Look, he very quickly acknowledges.
But does he
He
not
does.
acknowledge that he's still ahead of everyone?
Yeah, he doesn't really look at the ref though. He just kind of glances at the sideline.
He's kind of assumed
Yeah.
he was.
Yeah,
In
this
That's
is
the-
like
also his
when
sideline.
Jack's
This is
mother
also
said,
his
"Put on
sideline."
sunscreen at the pool," and Jack's like, "Got it," and then he just jumped in. That's all that is. It wasn't even real. That is
All
a
right.
terrible job by you.
I don't think so. I think that he's also just looking towards his sideline. Like that's where his coaches are. So it's not necessarily like.
Well. You can see the ref right under the 2 right there. You can see the
But
ref.
he just what is the ref in that split second gonna know what he's asking and be like,
He's not even
Like,
set.
"You're
Like,
good"?
he
Like,
doesn't know where he's going to end up.
yeah,
That's
he's
true.
still
Yeah,
rocking a
that's
little
true.
back and forth.
He did that before he got set. That's true.
So
Look at how
that's
close
mailing
that
it in.
are, dude.
Yes.
I could barely put my mouse between their helmets.
Yeah, and I mean, you also just look at the front foot and where it is in relation to the chains.
Wow.
It's really obvious. Like there's no debate that he was offsides.
Just
I also like that on Twitter, I just saw that apparently Patrick Mahomes apologize for what he had to say and that he regrets his actions on the
Oh,
sidelines. So,
by the way, later we just need to
oh,
do a Twitter feed roll, and let's comment on that. Jack, you're up. Miami Heat posted this highlight.
yeah, here it is. I regret the way I acted
He's-
towards Josh Allen after the game because he had nothing to do with it. I was still hot and emotional, but you can't do that. So he doesn't regret it because it was stupid. He regrets saying
Yeah.
it to Josh Allen because it wasn't his fault.
Yeah, that's unbelievable.
Gotta
Come
love
on.
Mahomes.
That's good. Okay, so by the way, we actually have to do a lot more of that highlight stuff in the future. That was the most
That's
exciting thing we
exactly-
did in a long
That was
time.
pretty electric.
And we got rated right before that. It was perfect.
Thank you to who was that who sent the video? Thank you to
I also want to thank
Consigliere 007D for sending that video.
Consigliere.
I'm also setting up a little poll. Let's see what you guys think.
No,
Who
the
was in
Nightbot's
the
calling
wrong?
you out for not being able to set up a poll.
Yeah, no, I could not. I could
Just
not
do
figure
slash
that out.
poll.
I know. I just figured that out. All right, 2-minute poll. Who was in the wrong?
Jack really got called out in the chat.
Who was in the wrong?
Gotta be Tony.
We will have
Yeah,
chat
yeah.
decide.
All right, let's get back to we were talking about the Packers and the Giants, and Jack thinks this is a trap game. What do you think, Zach? Do you think Green Bay has what it takes to take care of business in New York?
I mean, yeah, it's in New York. That's the only advantage the Giants have. Plus, that turf is dangerous, but if they can avoid injuries, I think this is an easy Green Bay victory. They have looked very dominant on offense in the past couple of weeks. They've really, we've really seen the potential of Jordan Love kind of come to fruition. I think against a very soft New York Giants defense, it should be an easy win for Green Bay.
I don't think that turf's any more unsafe than any other turf.
It is.
Aaron Rodgers
it's more
got
unsafe.
hurt.
It's so much more. It's so much
Oh, come
more
on.
unsafe.
The numbers don't lie. If you look at like the amount of injuries that take place at MetLife versus other stadiums with turf, it is a significant.
All right,
number
Consigliere, go and find me the stats on how bad that turf is against everybody else. Jesse, your thoughts on Giants Packers? What do you see as a big key? What do the Packers need to do to beat Tommy DeVito?
To beat Tommy Cutlets, it's what they're going to need to do is they're going to need to rely on AJ Dillon tonight because it is the 5th night of Hanukkah. And where do you go on Hanukkah? You go to the Jewish guy on your team to carry you. Aaron Jones is a surprise out for tonight's game. He was trending towards playing all week. And then just after everyone's already played and no one else is left on your waiver wire, now Aaron Jones is ruled out. And if you have him in fantasy, you're probably screwed. But the Packers need to rely on A.J. Dillon. He wasn't able to be with us tonight, so because apparently he's got a game or something. So A.J. Dillon, go be the hero, the Maccabee, that the Green Bay Maccabees tonight. They're going to really need his help because also the Giants secondary is actually kind of underrated. Their defense has been better against the pass this year as well. So I think that A.J. Dillon has a big game tonight, 20-plus touches. And he's the one that, they take to victory. I don't think Jordan Love has as much success as he has the last few weeks, but I think Green Bay should still be able to get business done. The Giants are still a pretty bad team, despite beating the Patriots and the Commanders in recent weeks.
Yeah, and they have to come to New Orleans next week. So I'm really interested. Why do the Giants scare you all? Why wouldn't you think that the Packers can just run away with this?
They don't scare me.
I mean,
because we have to win that game next week.
Yeah. Wait, can you say that again? You said, why are the Giants scary?
Yeah, everybody seems a little like you're worried about it being a trap game.
Well,
Zach's worried about the turf.
Playing in New York is not easy, but I really it's the defense for them. The Giants' defense has played much better lately. Dexter Lawrence is an outstanding football player. He's a complete game wrecker on that side of the ball. Kayvon Thibodeau started to come into his own a bit too, which is really helpful. And I think that defense can give Jordan Love some issues. And I think the Packers are just rolling right now. I have a hard time seeing them winning all 5 of their next 5 games, though. And I feel like if there is one to lose on the road in New York against a pretty good defensive team, even if their offense might struggle, could be a trap game. I'm not saying they will lose it. I'm saying there's a possibility of losing it.
Okay. Put your faith in Cutlets. All right, let's go to the other game. Tennessee, 13.5-point underdogs to Miami in Miami.
Yeesh.
Does Tennessee have any chance of winning this game? Obviously, we know we've talked about it ad nauseum about how the Dolphins can't beat good teams. I wouldn't put the Tennessee Titans in that list. So, what do you think? Let's start with Zach.
Yeah, I mean, looking towards this Miami-Tennessee game, Tennessee's a team that I have consistently been very down on all year long, saying that they are just not a good team. They have proven me absolutely correct. I expect Miami to absolutely dominate. I mean, Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, Tua Tagovailoa, those three. Oh, and and Achane at the running with Raheem Mostert. It's just a star-studded Dolphins offense that's going to be able to flex its might on Monday Night Football. Just show everyone, like, hey, kind of forgot about us for a little bit. Well, here are the Dolphins on national TV in front of everyone to really show how everything goes. Also, we do have stats about MetLife Stadium and its artificial turf surface voted worst in NFL in a player poll.
Oh, that's not stats. That's opinions. I want actual
opinions
cold,
from
hard
the people
data.
who play on the turf.
Right. I'm not saying it's useless. I'm just saying it's close to useless.
I wouldn't say close.
Okay.
I would say it's a pretty reliable way to look at it from the people who actually play on it.
Yeah, they play too much. All right. So one thing I want to tell everybody, like my best friend in high school used to say, if you don't know, you better ask somebody. In the fantasy football chat in our Discord, you can get and be part of Podness Picks. All right. It's a weekly thing we do. We tell you to predict something going on in the NFL. You predict it. Whoever predicts it the closest gets a $25 gift card. Tonight, we have two games going on, like we said. We have Miami, Tennessee, and the Giants and the Packers. I need you to pick 3 wide receivers that aren't named Tyreek Hill, and whoever 3 have the most receiving yards by the end of the night, you win the prize. So jump in there. Fantasy football, it's another thing that we're giving away. And I'm going to ask Jack, who did you pick and why did you pick him?
Well, I picked Jalen Waddle. I feel like that's the easy pick. I feel like if you don't have Jalen Waddle in there, what are you doing? He's by far the best option. Then I got DeAndre Hopkins. Not much consistency this year, but he has explosive potential. So it could very well be one of those days where he just pops off and has a big game. And my third guy was Jaden Reed. He's someone that's just been pretty consistent all year for the Packers. I feel like he's been more consistent than Romeo Doubs has. And if I'm going with the high upside explosion with Hopkins, I've got a more safe option, in my opinion, with Jaden Reed to balance that out.
Zach, who's your weirdest underdog receiver that you think could pop off tonight and do something?
Oh man, weirdest underdog receiver? I don't know.
Like, is it Westbrook Akine? Is it Darius Slayton? Like, what's the not Jalen Waddle, Romeo Doubs, Jaden
I don't know.
Reed
I mean, if we're going, if you're saying that Darius Slayton's an underdog receiver, I wouldn't put him in a complete underdog receiver category. But I would say he's got the best shot out of all the no-name real wide receivers. I'm going with Jalen Waddle, Romeo Doubs, and Jalen Reed. I'm predicting a very big night for Green Bay. So 2 of the receivers make it on my top 3. And then Jalen Waddle is just Jalen Waddle. If he finds the ball, he will easily be the top of all 3 of those.
Yeah, I'm picking Darius Slayton in that case because he's got 32 receptions for 435 yards. So, underdog. All right.
Definitely.
Georgia Nader, I have no idea what you won. I don't even know what you entered. All right. Reminder.
$25 gift card.
Every 10 minutes, you watch. You get to gain tickets. We have a huge giveaway at the end of the Hanukkah celebration, PS5, Xbox Series X. The list goes on and on. So make sure you're cashing in those tickets. I know you all like to gamble. You're going to raffle them. You're going to find raffles. You're going to do the roulette, do it all. NFL Sunday, Week 14. Biggest upset of the season. Was it not the Pats over the Steelers? Going to you, Jesse.
No, that definitely wasn't, because I was confident the entire way that we were going to win that game. I don't think that was actually an upset at all. I think that the Patriots are a better team than the Pittsburgh Steelers. Even though you guys are 7-6, you couldn't beat the bottom feeder Patriots on a Thursday night. This was not an upset to me. You guys should be upset that you lost that game. However, maybe not, because it's one step closer to you guys firing Mike Tomlin. So maybe that was a W for the Steelers after all. No, the Bears beating the Lions was definitely the biggest upset, I think, of the weekend, and biggest shock, although maybe not, because they almost beat the Lions 2 weeks ago and then just crumbled like the Bears always do, and I think gave up 14 points in the last 90 seconds of the game to lose. They didn't do that this week, and Justin Fields looking kind of money. And I know we actually have a point on here about what you're going to do if you're the Bears going into next season. Did you know that there's a chance that the Bears can make the playoffs and get the number 1 pick next year? There is a small chance, but it's possible.
It's not small. Let me tell you why. Because the Patriots won and the Panthers keep losing. So now the Panthers are 2 games back of however that the second.
Yeah, they're 1-12 or 1-13, and the next closest was 3-10, I think.
Yeah, it's crazy. All right, Jack, over to you. How crazy was the Jets outcome, where we had a 300-yard passing day, and they totally stomped out the Texans?
Yeah, I mean, it was definitely surprising. But I do have to say the Texans' injury situation is just a disaster. I mean, you lost Tank Dell last week, and then this week you lose Nico Collins and then CJ Stroud. So when you have that, which has been really, those 3 guys have probably been the core of their success this year. I mean, all 3 of them have been outstanding football players. And losing the 3 of them, it's brutal. And then now you're going up against a great Jets defense. Zach Wilson playing with a chip on his shoulder, kind of balled out, like a little bit, or at least as much as Zach Wilson can ball out. And then that combined with a big day from Garrett Wilson, obviously shut down defense. The Jets have a recipe to win a few games here and there when they run into a team like this that's riddled by injuries. So if you had told me going into the day that both CJ Stroud and Nico Collins would get hurt, and obviously Tank Dell was already out, I would be less surprised. But yeah, definitely just looking at it on a surface level, it's definitely a surprising outcome.
All right, Zach, tell me why the Chiefs being beat by the Bills is a actual upset.
I mean, I feel like it's definitely a bit of an upset considering the Bills have been very subpar this season. I mean, their record's still right around 500, whereas the Chiefs definitely have more wins than them still. But, I mean, overall, I didn't think it was too much of an upset. Buffalo's still a very difficult team to face at times. They still have shown glimpses of what their potential can be. They've shown that they can be a competitive team in not only the AFC, but just, in the Super Bowl race as well. But, things just have not gone their way this season. I don't think this is a big upset against the Chiefs. I mean, yes, it's an Arrowhead, so that makes it kind of an upset automatically, with that dominant home crowd. But I don't think it was a massive upset. The Bills are still a pretty good team, just not as good as they've used to been.
I like it.
Yeah.
I think the Bears have an outside chance to make the play. Not even an outside, not a terrible chance to make the playoffs. They're on a roll. Justin Fields is playing better. That defense is actually playing better. I think if I'm in the NFC and I'm a team like 6-7, or even the Packers at 6-6, you got to stack up wins, because the Bears are only a game back at 5-8. And obviously I don't think they're going to do much in the actual playoffs, but I think Jesse's right. I think they could make the playoffs and have that number 1 overall pick. And if they do, here's one for you, Jesse. If they do make the playoffs and they get the number 1 pick, are they taking a quarterback?
No, I think at that point, if they make the playoffs and they get the number 1 pick, they should either trade the number 1 pick again for more assets or take Marvin Harrison Jr. Honestly, you could probably trade down to 3 and take Marvin Harrison Jr. or 2 or 3, depending how high his stock is by the time draft season comes around. But I think if Justin Fields comes back and leads this team to the playoffs, and he's been playing great, even in a lot of the losses lately, I think that the Bears are actually confident that this is now their franchise quarterback. I think at this point, I don't know if they're leaving Bo Nix or Drake May or Caleb Williams or whoever the other dudes are coming out of college. So I think at this point, the last thing that the Bears will do if they make the playoffs is draft a quarterback. Maybe you trade the number 1 to the Chargers for Justin Herbert and call it a day.
Jack is stewing in his seat. He can't deal with it. Talk to me.
Look, I understand that if they make the playoffs, the decision becomes a lot harder. But if you actually watch Justin Fields play, his flaws are still his flaws. Obviously he's incredibly athletically gifted. He's fast. He's got a good arm. But his issues as far as reading a defense and having a high number of turnover-worthy plays are still present. And I think that when you're entering a draft class, if you have the number 1 pick, even if you make the playoffs, and you have guys like Caleb Williams and Drake May on the board, I don't know how you can look at that situation and be like, well, A, you're resetting the rookie contract by drafting a guy, right? You've got a guy on a rookie deal for 5 years, or 4 years plus a 5th-year option, rather than Justin Fields, who's heading into year 4 next year now? Is that what it's going to be for him? I don't know. Anyway, you're resetting the rookie contract, and you're getting a guy that, in my opinion, is much better at reading a defense with the similar level of athletic tools. To me, it's a no-brainer to trade Fields and use that pick on a quarterback, because as much as you can potentially see what Fields can become, the guys that you're going to draft right now are much farther along in that process, and you're resetting the contract.
What do you do, Zach?
Honestly, if I'm the Bears and you make the playoffs, I like the idea of sticking with Fields. He has to be a big reason of why you make the playoffs. Him playing up to potential would be a big reason for them to make it. I like the idea of just drafting Marvin Harrison. I mean, get the guy that you want at the number 1 pick. Don't risk anything. Yes, you can get future assets, but it feels like Marvin Harrison could be a generational talent of a wide receiver. I think you just go and get him. I mean, get the guy to go along Justin Fields and any other Bears quarterback that may come along later. Just get the weapon for whoever is running that Bears offense. Look, they could still take a quarterback later in the draft to, just be an understudy, or even in the first round. They'll have their own first round pick. It'll just be a little bit later. And I'm sure there's a few solid quarterbacks that will still be available around that time. Look, I think the smartest thing they could do is take Marvin Harrison first overall if they somehow made the playoffs.
No, that's the difference, though, is that if you take a quarterback later in the draft, that's when you're getting into the range.
So mad, dude. He's so mad.
That's when you're getting into the range of guys that may not be better than Justin Fields.
So mad, dude.
So there's no point in drafting a quarterback where you're not getting someone better than Fields. Use the first pick on a guy that will be better.
I'm just saying, if the Bears somehow make the playoffs, it's going to be because of Justin Fields. You can't.
Yeah, well, they don't have anyone else on the team that it would be because
there's no one else on that team.
Well, is it because of DJ Moore?
Them to the playoffs. It is literally the job of the quarterback to lead the team. So if you tell me the Bears are a playoff team and they still have the number 1 overall pick, who led that team to the playoffs? The quarterback. His name is Justin Fields.
Tyson Bagent.
Look, in the end, the right answer was trade back to 7 and take Jaden Daniels, the best quarterback in college football. But none of you got it right. So, anyway, again, night 5 of Hanukkah. Well, let's light some candles. Let's see what's going on. So, Jesse, roll that beautiful beat.
We'll be right back in just a few minutes.
Hello, Lost Tribe members. How are you? I'm so excited and happy for the opportunity to light up my Hanukkah with you guys this year. As you can see, I'm all alone here, sadly, but it also means that I can shine brighter and also have a whole lot of zufganiot just for myself. I got all of these for you guys so you can share it with me after we light up the Hanukkah. Okay, hopefully my gaming room won't be caught on fire today. So with the power of this candle, I hope and wish for everybody, for all the Jews everywhere in the world, and from here, from Israel, that we will get to see a Hanukkah miracle this year. So I really wish for everyone happy Hanukkah, and let's light it up. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, אשר קידשנו במצוותיו וציוונו להדליק נר של חנוכה. This is exciting. I haven't done this ever since I was a child. 2, 3, one last one, 4. There we go. Okay, so in my family we also do a little song with it, so sing with me. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam שעשה ניסים לאבותינו בימים ההם בזמן הזה. Amen. That's it, guys. It was so lovely to light up the Hanukkah with you, and I hope that you will get anything you wish for when lighting up those candles wherever you are at your home. And yeah, I just hope and wish that everybody will remain safe and Israel will stay strong and win this darkness. Thank you so much, Lost Tribe. Cheers.
Lost Tribe family, we just wanted to wish you a Hanukkah Sameach all the way here from Israel. It's such a complicated time, but hopefully these lights will continue to inspire us to be Jewish activists, to be proud of our Judaism. And remember, always remember, the good trumps the evil, no matter what, no matter when. Our history is proven to us and we will prove to the world again now. Good will win. Wishing you all such a Hanukkah Sameach and continue to be a light to all Jewish people everywhere. I'm the official Mira, and my husband Effie.
Hanukkah, Hanukkah, pass me the dreidel. Spin it on the floor, spin it on the table. The oil burn for 8 nights, no this ain't no fable. Chicken soup and matzo ball, pass me the ladle. I'm eating latkes, we are like the Maccabees, ain't nobody can stop us.
What's up, tribe? I hope you guys have been enjoying Hanukkah so far. If you do !survey and fill out our 1-minute survey, you'll be entered for your chance to win one of 4 $25 gift cards and 1 JBL speaker. So if you haven't done so already, fill that out. Now let's get back to the action.
And we are back to the end. That song. I don't know. You know, what's funny is because it's Hanukkah, I never did play the Pass the Rock song at the beginning, which is unfortunate for me. But what song is better, the Pass the Rock song or the Hanukkah song, Zach?
Don't do that. Don't even
come
do that.
on. Oh, come on. I mean, I gotta go with the classic. Bump, 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 bump. I mean, come on. It's easy. Too easy.
Or is it option C? Is it the breaking news song?
Oh, that's my all-time favorite.
Dude, that's
We
a
don't use that
banger.
nearly enough.
Well, we should have broke the news.
Don't make me.
We should have done breaking news when the video of Kadarius Toney came in from Twitter, but I'm sorry, from X. But you know, let's think about that. Look, there's got to be something break. Zach, go on X and just find the most random news. We'll call it breaking news. That way we get to
Okay, I'll go on X.
All right. And while you're looking at that, let's
wait,
talk
this
about...
just in. Sorry, we have some really breaking news. If you haven't already, you should go enter our Gleam giveaway. We're giving away $500 to either sports jerseys or sports tickets of whatever you want. So go enter the Gleam giveaway as well. I know you thought between the watch to win and the gift cards and all this, that was all of the giveaways that were going on. You thought wrong. Go check out the Gleam, !Gleam in the chat, GLEAM. You can follow us. You can check out our socials, and all of those things will enter you into the giveaway. I thought that was breaking news because we hadn't talked about it yet.
That definitely is breaking news. That definitely is breaking news.
You can also listen to all of Zach's old bad takes if you check out our podcast feed.
Yes. Jesse, if you want to play it one more time, I did find something that we could share.
What's that?
Since we're talking about, draft prospect quarterbacks, North Carolina quarterback Drake May will not participate in the Duke's Mayo Bowl versus West Virginia.
Not the Duke's Mayo Bowl.
He will not be playing in his bowl game. He will be preparing for the draft. Huge news out of North Carolina.
He's ducking your Mountaineers.
He's ducking the Mountaineers. Roll ears, Garrett
I think
Green.
He's ducking the Mayo, if I had to guess.
Look, when Garrett Green
Which
next
Will Levis
year
never does.
When
correct.
When Garrett Green next year is a top 5 Heisman contender, don't be shocked. Don't be shocked. I saw it coming.
I love that our breaking news clip is Chiefs Bills. Actually, just
it is Chiefs Bills.
Yeah, that's funny.
All right. While Zach was looking that up, I remembered that the Cowboys steamrolled the Eagles to tie for first place in the NFC East. So, Jesse, is it finally the boys' year?
I think that this is the most boys' year that it has been in a while. I don't think that the Cowboys have actually seriously been this much of a threat in, I would say, at least a couple years, like at least since the prime Zeke days. Dak Prescott is I think playing the best football of his career. Like I think this is
Yes.
I would say this has been his best season, and now in year 8 or year 9, I think. So he's really showing that he's making better decisions and just leading this offense. Their offense is as good as it gets. I mean, they're scoring I think they're scoring almost 40 points per game in their last 5 games or something ridiculous. Not to mention their defense is absolutely suffocating, even without Trayvon Diggs. Stephon Gilmore has shown that he can be the true alpha number 1 corner on any team, just like he used to for my New England Patriots. Very sad. But the Cowboys have not looked this good in a long time. They're playing complete football, all 3 phases. Their special teams is good too. The defense was just unbelievable, forcing 3 fumbles on the Eagles last night. And in terms of, is it the Cowboys' year? I just think they're as good as anybody in the league right now. They have tied for the best record at 10-3. And aside from the Niners game, it's been a near flawless season. Also the Cardinals game. But aside from that Niners game, they haven't looked bad in a really long time. And this team is absolutely rolling. I genuinely think the only thing between them and a conference championship appearance is a huge injury to either Dak Prescott or like Micah Parsons. So it looks like it's finally the boys' year to make a serious run. And it seems like San Francisco is the only thing in their way.
Yeah, thanks, Isaac Atkinson, for the follow. Look, I am the only one that remembers when the Cowboys went to the Super Bowl the last time they went. And so I did not like any of those Cowboys fans at that point. I think this team feels different, even from a likability standpoint. And I know one of you will disagree with me on this, but you know, Dak's a Louisiana guy. I'd like to see him have some success. I'd rather it be with anybody but the Cowboys. Not anybody. I don't want it with the Falcons either. But I do think that he has put this team on his back. And he, you know, ever since he started the "Here we go" chant when he's about to hike the ball, it really has turned around. And he's making smart plays. And with that defense, I think they can go far. The 49ers look really, really good. So I don't know if it's, you know, far necessarily to the Super Bowl, but I think they'll be right there. I picked the Eagles and Cowboys to play in the NFC Championship. I think instead that's going to be a divisional round game because San Francisco is going to have the 1 seed. Jack?
Yeah. I mean, the Cowboys. I think we talked about the Cowboys maybe 2 weeks ago, and I was asked the question, "Are the Cowboys legit?" And I said, "I'm a you have to see it to believe it kind of guy, right? I need to see them do this against a good team to believe it." Well, I've seen it. And now I believe it. I'm here. I'm on board. I mean, they've looked great. They looked great against the Eagles. The offense is incredible. Dak Prescott is playing the best football of his career, quite frankly, right now. CeeDee Lamb is one of the top 5 receivers in the NFL at a minimum this year. And that defense is outstanding. Dan Quinn is going to be a head coach again after this year. He's earned it. He's got an incredible group of guys. Micah Parsons has to be in the deep one conversation. The emergence of Deron Bland, even though he got exposed last week, he played much better this week against the Eagles. This Cowboys team really, I don't know if I should go as far as saying they're special, but what they've done over the last few weeks feels like the beginnings of something special. And this is the kind of team that feels like they can make a run.
All right, Zach, I know you're a storied Eagles fan, so I'm going to ask that you keep this analysis professional. I'm going to ask that you keep it real and not with your heart, but with your head. Your thoughts on the Cowboys' chances to get to the NFC Championship game?
Look, Cowboys are definitely legit. They're definitely a great team. They are easily a top 3 team in the NFC.
Oh, brother.
No reason for anyone to doubt that, obviously. My main takeaways from this game, first of all, the best tradition in sports will continue. There will probably be another different NFC East division winner. There has not been a repeat division champion since the Eagles did it back in I think it was like 01 to 04. Since then, there has never been a repeat division champion. And I really like that. To a certain degree, it shows that this division is very competitive. I like that. Second, and my final words I was saying on this, a lot of people before the season said Eagles November was going to be an absolute gauntlet. It was Cowboys, Chiefs, Bills, Niners, Cowboys again. And if you want to consider the Seahawks as part of that, if you want to consider the Seahawks as part of that, Seahawks next week. So far,
the Seahawks are 6 and 7. They're not part of that.
Okay, so then a five-game gauntlet with the final 2 games playing against teams who had mini bye weeks playing on Thursday night the previous week. 3-2 through those 5 games. Can't complain too much.
This question wasn't about the Eagles.
And yet
he made it about it. Yeah.
What
I made it about that.
You asked Zach a question about the NFC East. Where do you think that was going to go?
No. Let me just
thought it was going. I
think you're wrong, Zach. Though I think the Eagles still win the division. They have a cupcake schedule the next 4 weeks.
Look, man.
They play the Giants twice. If you can't beat the Giants,
I'm not going to speak too much on my own team because there's a lot of non-professional things I would say about them. Let's go with that. Okay.
Eagles fans are built different, not right, just different. All right. All right. Jesse, you want to take a pause from what we're doing and trivia it up?
I was going to say we could finish. We could finish our little, if we're done and talking about how the Cowboys are better.
We
than
are.
the Eagles.
Yeah.
I want Zach to stay on the stream the entire night, so we have to move on.
All right, let's do. So we have some cahoots planned for tonight. So let's do an NFL one since we're on the NFL topic, and we have an NBA one as well for later. So we're gonna do some NFL trivia for Hanukkah. So I am gonna start up the Kahoot, and everyone who's out there in the audience, y'all can feel free to join. So let me get the Kahoot up. All right, this is our room. All right, everyone, join the Kahoot right now.
Go. I'm gonna beat you all.
Are we allowed to join? I'm going to dominate this thing.
You guys can join, but
I'm joining.
We'll see who wins. All right, everyone join the Kahoot right now. Winner gets $25. This is an NFL sports themed Kahoot. So make sure you join up. Even if you don't know sports, you probably have a decent chance of getting a lot of them right. So if you're in the chat right now, make sure you join the Kahoot. We'd love to see us fill in some names here. Woohoo! All right, keep joining sports. Yeah, this is going to be NFL football. So if you guys know your football, you'll have a pretty good shot at winning $25 here in this here round. So we're gonna wait. I'll wait a few more minutes a minute for people to get in.
My character looks awesome.
I think my guy's pretty chill with the glasses.
Your guy is pretty chill.
Jack, your guy is a simp. He's got the hearts around him. He's a simp.
No. We're making improvements out here.
Okay.
How to enter? Just go to kahoot.it on the screen. You'll see it, and then type in the game pin.
Oh, Willem Dafoe. I like it.
Willem Dafoe. Flesh.
We got a celebrity appearance.
Yeah, he played the Green Goblin.
Yes. Yeah, I know.
That he did. All right, join up. I'll leave it open for another 30 seconds or so. If you're in the chat, just go to kahoot.it and then join the chat there. And you can and type in 776-6885.
You're going to have to be really good to win this. We got quite a group. And
yeah.
Jack and Jesse and Zach are ineligible.
All right, we ready to start?
Much
Anybody
like
last chance for anyone in the chat to join.
Place, whoever's in fourth place will get it then.
All right, I'm going to start it in 10 seconds. Last chance.
My money's on the chat to win, not one of you.
I don't know, chat. I don't know.
Jesse wrote the questions, but
Jesse wrote the questions.
All right, here we go. Starting in 3, 2, 1. Let's get after it. First question. Hanukkah 2023 NFL trivia. First question. Starting in 3, 2. Who was the first wide receiver since 2009 to win the Super Bowl MVP award? Got a lot of good names on here, but one who is among a better category.
Not all have won a Super Bowl.
And bang, it is Jules, Sir Julian Edelman, back in 2016 over, or actually, no, I think he got the 2018 Super Bowl. I think he was
He might have.
he was the
Falcons
MVP of the Rams one, not the Falcons one.
Yeah, it was the Rams one.
Even though he kind of should have been the
Huh.
Falcons one. The Falcons one was
How was
Tom
he not
Brady.
the Falcons one?
It's Brady.
It's Brady.
Brady
It's
had
all-
like 500 yards in that game. Actually, the
Yeah,
Falcons
but-
one should have been James White.
That is 100% right. On
The
Wisconsin.
Rams one. The Rams. Oh yeah, the Rams one was Jules because there was no one who scored in that game, and he had like 140 yards. All right, we're gonna go to our next question here. 10 people got that one right.
Ooh,
Deems at the top of the list so far.
there I am.
Moving on to
No one
question
else.
2. What current NFL team has never played in a Super Bowl?
I love that picture. Keep complaining, bro.
I keep complaining,
Look,
bro.
I mean, love seeing my goat complaining to the refs.
Is it the Browns, the Jets, the Giants, or the Dolphins? I can tell you it's not the Giants. We had a couple guesses for the Jets. You'll remember
Couple
Super
for the
Bowl 1 with Broadway Joe.
They
The
won.
Dolphins
remember
haven't
that
been
one.
since Super Bowl 19, so I give people
Yeah.
the benefit of the doubt on that one.
Oh, we got some movers. Mika or Micah
Oh.
going up to the top. All right, let's see. What is the name of the Super Bowl trophy? Come on, these are gimmies, people. It's definitely the Lambeau Trophy. It's definitely the
I definitely
NFL
love that
championship. Yeah, it's a pretty sick sweater.
That is pretty sick.
I mean, of course, Patriots fan makes it. Puts Robert Kraft.
That's what.
It's
Yep,
not
That's
as
what I
nice
get.
as, your Wicked Winners shirt.
Yeah, it's a pretty
More.
good one. Benefits of making the Kahoot: you get to control the media. All right,
Ooh, Jack was a little slow on the dial there. Lost
Oh,
some points.
Mazeltov is our highest climber, by the way. Shout out, Ali. All right, how much guacamole is consumed on
yes.
Super Bowl Sunday?
These are the heavy hitting questions right here.
This is it.
these are the questions I needed to be asked today. I love me some guacamole.
Is it 100
definitely,
million pounds?
definitely contributing to the however many pounds of guacamole is consumed.
Do you make it yourself, or do you
Oh,
have
yeah.
someone that makes it?
I have not made it myself, but that sounds really good.
8 million pounds is
Ooh.
consumed worldwide. Honestly, just anyone's best guess there.
Yeah.
All right, moving along. At the
There we go. Consigliere, he knows what's what.
Whoa, big mover.
Hey, guys.
They know. what's what.
Big mover.
What is the name? What is the Super Bowl this year in Roman numerals?
Oh boy, I don't know if I know that.
Oh, come on. They plastered it all over. Right
I'm
after.
looking at know what Super Bowl it is this year.
You don't know what Super Bowl it is this
Well,
year?
Zach
Come on.
knows. Zach knows because he has the tattoo from last year, runner-up Super Bowl.
It is LVIII 58.
58.
All right, moving
You
on. A
know,
lot of y'all
Castle
got
Rock
that
needs to
correct.
go to the Super Bowl next year when it's in New Orleans. LVIX. Just saying.
Consigliere moving up. All right. What is the most popular Super Bowl party snack food?
Not a big
And
deal.
it could be guacamole and chips, based on the
I
8
mean,
million pounds that are consumed.
Definitely
yearly.
feels like chicken wings to me.
Yeah, I feel like if you're not doing wings, you're not doing it right.
Exactly. It's got to
It is latkes is the actual correct answer.
be. Yep, chicken wings.
And I'm just surprised anyone voted for spinach artichoke dip.
Yeah, it's
I don't want to hear hate on spinach and artichoke dip. It is.
Okay,
I
but
agree.
in the same
Oh, whoa,
room,
We're
in the
not
same
hating
room
on it.
as
We're
chicken
saying
wings,
it's not a
pizza,
Super
and
Bowl
guac.
No. You don't have to choose one. You can choose
Yeah.
them all.
Yeah.
Give me all of the
Jeez.
above.
What kind of parties are y'all going to where you have to choose one snack?
All right.
Nope,
this is
sir,
the
you
most
chose
popular,
chicken wings.
sir. Oh, and look who's in the
top.
top 5.
Well, if you're going to keep
One,
asking
baby,
snack
number
questions,
one.
All right, true or false? Mac Jones had more passing yards than Kyler Murray in
suck it away.
2022.
This
If
is
this
like
were 2023,
way more nuanced than you would think.
Yeah. Definitely more nuanced, but
Because like Kyler missed time. but
That
Mac
he
is
did.
terrible.
They both were that.
Of course it was true. Of course the Patriots fan has to put a stab out Mac Jones on.
That's why it was a sucker question.
It was
You'll have to
always
know,
true.
you'll have
It
to
was
know who you're
always
dealing
true.
with here, okay?
It was always true.
And Corinne moving up into the top 5.
Hi, Corinne.
All right. How many footballs are used in the Super Bowl?
Depends how many Tom Brady deflates.
You know what?
Nah.
It's just too easy sometimes.
This is a type of stat that Brian knows, like offhand.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
No, that one actually I don't. I have a guess.
I mean I just guessed. Let's see.
I think it's 72.
Oh, I didn't guess.
Oh, it is 72. Great try. A lot of streaks there.
I guess 64.
Shway moving up.
Shway.
I guess 64 as well. How much does the average 30-second commercial cost during the Super Bowl?
Is this in US dollars?
Yeah. No, it's in yen, actually.
In Canadian? I just wanted to make sure it wasn't in
Maybe
Canadian,
yen.
really.
Jesse would have it in Canadian dollars.
Yeah.
I mean, those aren't dollar bills that I'm looking at there. Those look like
That is true.
It's an AI generated picture. 5 million was the correct answer. We're moving on up. Oh, we got
Ooh, Jack. Okay.
Let me remind you two, you're not eligible to win.
This is just about pride. I don't
It
even.
is. It really is.
All right, we are halfway through. Which teams have 6 Super Bowl wins?
Did I
Can you,
may
more,
have
can you
misclicked.
answer more than one? Oh, yeah.
More than one of them were correct. Yeah. So Patriots or the Steelers was the correct answer.
I did not misclick, thankfully.
San Francisco's got 5. They may end up with 6 after this year.
All right, moving on. Let's
Dallas
see.
is-
Oh, I dropped out of the top 5.
1 point.
Oh, you're
1
in there.
point.
Oh, I'm 5th now. Yeah.
Yeah.
1 point between me and Jack.
All right.
Tell this player's name.
Oh no.
Oh, boy. I think I
That's
got
a
it.
great-
Oh god,
That is a great question.
that is a fantastic name.
Oh no, I
Wow.
think I messed up.
I think Georgia
I have
Nader
no
Georgia
idea.
Nader has an apt question. How many times did the Patriots lose to Eli Manning?
No, I didn't get it.
Oh, I did get it right.
Oh, I got it right. Let's go. Yeah, that extra Z in there is what really throws you off.
The extra.
Yeah.
All right, can we count? It's
It's
1,
a
2,
Z.
3, 4,
It's a Z.
5 consonants in a row. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, Z. Whatever.
And some great ones, like great consonants in a row. Well, you
Z
you
C
count the Y
Z
as a-
C Y K is just a crazy
So great. It's so great.
use check.
Oh,
Nah, that's a crazy mouthful.
Oh baby, we're climbing.
Oh,
Look at that
look at
top,
that top
three.
three. Look at that top 3, baby.
So right now, technically, Ryan is winning this whole thing.
Yes.
Very true.
Congrats, Ryan.
yeah, but there's 9 questions to
Wait,
go.
Jesse literally wrote the questions.
Yeah.
Is that not an advantage?
Definitely a bit of an advantage. Come on.
That's
Ryan, this one's
that's
for you.
Alvin yesterday after the game. You can tell how frustrated he is with Derek.
Yeah.
Oh.
Was false. He did not make it last year. Had a bit of a down year.
Really?
Yeah, he made it every year until 2021, and he'll probably make it this year. So, actually, I don't know if he'll make it. He's had a great season. He might.
Yeah.
Are you allowed to make the Pro Bowl in a year that you've been suspended by the NFL?
Probably.
Or something you did at the Pro Bowl.
Yeah. It's kind of bad to send him to the Pro Bowl.
Oh man.
Although it's in Orlando, how much trouble can you get in?
Yeah, I guess. In 2014, the Chiefs set a record for the least touchdowns to receivers. How many was in that
Said in
season?
2014. Can they like reset it this year?
They might. No, Rasheed Rice.
Rasheed Rice isn't too good.
He's had a couple.
Honestly, the fact that any of these are true is pretty unbelievable.
Yeah.
And it's 0. It is the least likely one. They had 0 touchdowns to wide receivers in 2014.
Who was the one person that got it right?
Who?
Guess who?
Oh.
way!
Rigged.
Yeah, it might be rigged. All right. Since 2017, which following quarterback has the most playoff wins?
That's tough. I don't know if anyone can really compete with the boat there.
Really?
Oh, it was the boat. I was joking. I was completely joking.
Blake Bortles, baby. And you want to know when that came? Against the Steelers.
I know when it came.
Oh
There's
my
only one
God.
possible
in the
option.
divisional round.
The boat
Yeah.
itself.
Case says they actually knew this one outright because of their cousin.
Wow.
Cool.
Oh,
But yeah. Blake Bortles had a win then, and the Steelers have not since. Russell Wilson has not since, and Matt Ryan has not since. He's now in the booth. All right, we got five or six questions left. This is 6 questions. Who was the first running back off the board in 2013?
I don't remember.
I have no clue.
What is that? I don't know what that picture is from. But I want to
Wait, is that like a Pro Bowl?
It looks like a
40-yard
makeshift
dash?
40-yard dash. Yeah.
Oh my God.
This looks like the 40 that they have like the guys on TV run when they're bored.
It's the Rich Eisen 40.
Yeah.
It is the Rich Eisen run.
And it was
We should run a 40.
Giovanni Bernard.
Oh my God.
When we go to the Pro Bowl this year, we should run a 40.
Wait,
Absolutely.
Skater says I knew the answer because of the good place. How did you know that answer because of the good place?
The Giovanni Bernard answer?
Either that one or the one before.
I did not know the Geo answer. I won't lie.
I
Yeah.
haven't seen the word Nile Davis in a while.
Oh, in case moving up into the
I'm
top.
choking. I've gotten like 4 wrong in a row.
Who holds the record for most receiving touchdowns in a Pro Bowl game? And there's your MVP this year.
Yep, looking nice.
Is it your MVP though?
Never.
Well, it's definitely not Zach's MVP.
I would never.
He doesn't get a vote.
And it was Brandon Marshall. Oh, someone said in the chat that there's a character that talks about Blake Bortles constantly in the show. That's funny.
That's awesome.
Good for him. Yeah, Brandon Marshall, 4 touchdowns in a Pro Bowl. So shout out B Marsh. All right, moving on up. Jack back into the top 3. We got a few
But
questions.
Case
left
in the
here.
lead.
Yep.
Oh, I know this.
Who is the current NFL MVP favorite?
Why is
Unless it's
Edelman's picture
changed
there?
since the last time I saw
There's
it.
no way this changed. And I don't know what would make me more mad of an answer, if it's Dak or if it's Brock, because Brock just doesn't deserve it outright. Okay.
It is Dak. And I kind of
Okay.
spoiled it with the question before where I said, hey, there's your MVP. So
I thought it was Brock,
Spoilers.
actually.
I thought it was Brock
no,
too.
it's Dak as of today.
Now it's Dak.
He's like plus 170 now.
I think I'd rather it be Dak than that yak merchant Brock Purdy.
Yak Prescott versus Dak Prescott.
No, yeah. If you want to call Brock Purdy Yak Prescott.
I like that name. All right, 3 questions left. Come on. Who won back-to-back Patriots?
Oh,
Back-to-back
come
Super
on.
Bowls
Oh, I
with the
know
Pats
that,
and
yeah.
Eagles?
Giving me a freebie. Give me a freebie.
Well, it wasn't meant for you, wise
Too
guy.
bad.
All right.
Little
This
freebie.
one's a classic NFL fun.
Yeah,
fact.
if you
Nelson
watched our
Aguilar.
show
It is.
last week,
Yeah,
we talked about this guy.
Yep.
This is a great NFL fun fact.
That's who I'm trying to appeal to. Anybody who watches PTR.
Shout out to
that.
all of those players, though. Love all of them except for Aguilar. Actually, all of them but Aguilar. Shout out to all of them.
Yeah.
All
Aguilar
right, you
was the
said it
only one who
once.
was a
You should have to
Patriot.
repeat it.
Except for
Case is like, this is so easy. Meanwhile, there's other people in here who probably haven't gotten one right since the true or
Yep.
false ones. All right, 2 questions remain. Which NFL wide receiver had 7 touchdowns across the 2 playoff games during the LT Hanukkah Madden Invitational?
This makes me so happy that this is the question.
Oh
And
my
that it
God.
happened on Sunday for real.
Mazel Tov
I
might
can't
know this
believe
one.
That happened.
And it is Xavier
Oh my
Gibson.
god.
Oh. The goat
Bang.
Xavier Gibson.
No,
Xavier
that's on
Gibson.
me for not being there. Of course I was gonna get that wrong. That's crazy.
It was unbelievable. Like it just wouldn't stop.
Yeah, he was.
And
And then
to
he
be
scored.
fair,
and
we
the
made a
fact that he
rule,
scored.
Yeah,
This
you
weekend.
couldn't use certain teams, so the Jets
Okay.
got used.
If you were there, you would have known that the Eagles and the Cowboys both got outlawed after the first round, and the Bills.
And the Bills.
And
All
the
3 of
Bills.
them.
Yeah, that's why this was a bit of a trick question for anyone who was actually there.
All right.
All right, and our last question. I leave it to you. Which NFL team was used by the winner of the Madden tournament in the
Oh.
championship round?
That is such a goofy picture.
You know what's
That
funny
is
is
a very goofy photo. Well, I mean, you also just spoiled that 2 of those options can't be right.
Well, then I narrowed it down.
You did narrow it down. You got a 50-50 chance.
Those Jets are pretty good.
Bengals.
Bengals. It was the Cincinnati Bengals. So let's see who our finalists are.
I will take my 5th place.
Coming in at 3rd, Case.
Yeah.
Coming in at 2nd, Jack. And coming in at number 1.
Oh, the guy who makes it, of course, wins it. What a loser.
No way.
That means Case wins.
Yes.
That means that Case wins.
Subs.
GG's. Do we want the NBA one now too then? Just screw it and do both?
Sure.
Yeah, we can.
Yeah, we could do it.
All right, let me open the NBA one then. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
All right.
Gotta love Jesse winning his own game.
Of course.
Shut up.
That was a $25 gift card, Jesse.
Thanks, Lenny. Yeah, $25 gift card. Woohoo! That was fun. All right, we got NBA trivia now. So these are all basketball related. Yeah, you can play the NBA
Yes,
one too.
everybody
Case.
can play.
Yes.
Everyone join.
Maybe
Everyone except for Jesse can play. How about that?
Maybe we shouldn't play in it so we could see other names on the list. Just a thought.
God, Jesse.
Should have gone with un-Jesse.
All right, everyone, join up for the next minute or so. I've got a cat that's running around acting all crazy.
Romeo.
Oh, Willem's back.
Love the cat.
I really want my guy Willem Dafoe to win out here.
Willem Dafoe, baby.
Jake Layman is also an incredible name.
Oh my god. All right, you know what? Everyone join with the name of the most obscure NBA player you can think
Please,
of.
Oh,
yes. Join with your favorite obscure NBA player. You know what? Maybe I'll have to go and
Yeah, I have to quit and rejoin just for this purpose.
I might have to quit and rejoin real quick. Get a
If
good.
no one picks Dan Dickau, I'm out. I mean, come on. Speaking of NBA, we have NBA action tonight.
Yep.
Robert Sacre. Aaron Gray. Who's the Raptors fan who chose Aaron Gray?
Oh man.
Oh my god.
Ryan
Oh.
Scalabrine.
Scalabrine doesn't fit. That's so terrible.
All right, I'm going to give everyone another 10, 20 seconds to join, and then we're going to get started.
Wait, hold on.
Right, Quan.
I'm getting mine. All right, there we go. That's mine. Sergio Rodriguez. God, sham God. That is great.
Haha, Clinton Dix, classic.
Not an NBA player, but
All
we'll
right.
take it.
It's good enough.
We're starting in 10,
Haha's a legend.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We are starting. Let's go.
Sergio Rodriguez. Jack, who's your obscure player?
Robert Sacre.
Nice.
All right, NBA Hanukkah hoot. Let's get into it. First question. I'm not going to answer anymore. Which NBA player has the most Sixth Man of the Year awards?
The multi-select. That's interesting.
Hey, be quiet.
Cat's doing cat things.
Sounds like the cat is having an absolute field day over there.
There's a brown paper bag that he thinks is like his nemesis or something. Bro's evil. All right, yeah. Jamal Crawford and Lou Williams tied for the most. And just a reminder, winner gets $25, so make sure you're locked in. True or false? LeBron James is the GOAT.
I can't wait to see how this
I'm really interested to see how the votes are.
You should know who you're appealing to.
There's only one answer, and the trivia master probably got it wrong.
Well, there's only one old guy on this stream, and it's true. LeBron is the GOAT.
It is true.
All right, the four of you who answered correctly, I respect you.
Wah wah.
Womp womp.
Womp womp.
Womp womp. Puzzle.
Okay, LeBron has more in-season tournament championships and MVPs than Jordan. Rank these players. You should be able to drag and drop them. Rank them by their points per game this season.
What?
Very interesting.
This is very interesting. I'll submit.
Top is the most.
That is a wild. I never did the puzzle one. I hope I got at least one right.
I didn't know this was a thing you could do.
I think it's a new
I
feature.
had no clue. I probably got all of them wrong.
Sounds like we need trivia night once a week that we can.
Yeah.
Might need it. Rosenberg is still on the LeBron GOAT question.
Because some people can talk ball and other people can't.
Correct
think
answer is De'Aaron Fox, by the way, leading the way with over 30 points per game this season, and then Trey and Dame, and then Anthony Edwards.
I'm gonna
One
take a
person
wild
got all
guess.
of it.
I'm gonna take a wild guess and say that person was not Jesse.
It was not me who got it right.
Ooh.
Not-
Wow.
No, I actually,
Oh.
you can see on my screen, I got it wrong. So
Wrong.
shout out whoever just got that one right. And
Aaron
Gray. Mr.
Aaron
Raptor.
Gray.
Oh. Which NBA player
Now-
is infamous for his extremely overpriced coffee brand? Big Face
I
Coffee.
love this question.
Now I'm looking up Aaron Gray stats.
Career 3 points.
He's
per
like
game.
the most
I guess.
average-looking NBA player ever.
Wait, Jack. Why?
I
didn't
could
you
dress
do-
up like
Jack,
that guy for Halloween.
Jack, why didn't you do Ronnie Turieff?
Oh, I should have done Ronnie Turioff.
The answer is Jimmy Butler is the one with the coffee brand.
I did
But
not
that was
know
weird
about Jimmy
because I thought
Butler.
maybe y'all would think that like a German guy is into coffee. I don't know.
I did not know Jimmy Butler did coffee.
Hey,
I thought you of all people would know that.
Nope,
Yeah.
did not
he
know.
found it in
Alright.
the
Goodbye, Sergio.
Robert Sacre, moving on up. True or false? Wilt Chamberlain has scored more than 70 points 9 times in his career.
I'm gonna say false. It was more.
There's no way it was that many.
I'm saying false. It was more. Like I legit think it was more.
It literally says more than. Oh, no, I'm dumb. Never mind.
More than 70 points 9 times. I'm gonna say false. He did it more times than that. I mean, this is Wilt.
It's false. It's actually less. He's only done 6 times, I think, 6 or 7.
Still
Only-
ridiculous.
Only two.
Only.
Still ridiculous.
And Brian
Sergio
Scalabrine,
Rodriguez.
0. Jake Sergio.
Am I the
moving
only
down.
one rooting for Scalabrini?
All right. Aaron Gordon has more dunk contest championships than Donovan Mitchell. True or false?
I'm vibing with the Kahoot music.
It is pretty good. I agree.
He should have more. He
It's
should
false.
have more.
He does not have more because he has 0. He
Yep.
never actually
Aaron,
won a dunk.
Aaron Gordon arguably should have more than Donovan Mitchell.
That was a terribly worded question. Dang. Well, sucks. You already won one of those in case, so it's okay. All right, going on to question number 7. Spell this
Oh,
player's name.
No.
Is it Giannis?
Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Yeah, it is.
It gives you the
Oh, it
vocal
reads it
prompt
to you.
too.
By the way, early leader in the clubhouse for receiving yards, Jaden Reed, 1 catch, 5 yards.
Woohoo!
Let's go.
I need Raheem Mostert to get 3 fantasy points, and I make the playoffs. If he doesn't, I lose and I'm out. So
Oh,
I'm
Three,
just helping
huh?
on it. All right, y'all. Hey, most of y'all got it correct.
Let's go.
Giannis Antetokounmpo. There's a lot of letters in that name.
Basically, the more letters, the more likely you are to get it right.
Yeah. I just copied his name and deleted 1 letter in different places for that one. So, all right, who does Garrett Temple?
Yes. It's so good.
Garrett Temple, the legend.
I can name his last 2 teams.
Yep.
You want a cookie?
All right. So when's
wouldn't be
the
terrible.
where is or who does Ish Smith play for? When's that question?
Unfortunately, he is not on here.
L.
And it is the Toronto Raptors. Shocker. Again, who's the judge? You guys should know this.
You literally got that wrong like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, well, it's 2 weeks ago. Who was the first ever in-season tournament MVP? This is just to see if y'all are keeping up with basketball.
Name all Ish Smith teams.
I love that.
Oh, you got a little lazy with the honest answer.
Well, no, I put that there because I didn't want to spell out his whole last name in case that question came before
Yeah.
I spell the player's name once.
Random
So I
word.
wasn't lazy. I preconceived that idea. So
More in-season tournament MVPs than Jordan.
it
Clearly
was
the GOAT.
LeBron James.
Clearly the good.
All right.
That is such a
Halfway
bad
there. Which of these players has not worn the number 0?
Yep.
Took me a second.
By the way, the Lakers are hanging a banner.
I heard they are. They're hanging a banner
I
that
don't know
will
how
be.
to feel about it. The only thing that I enjoy about it is that it's one more banner the Clippers don't have. So
Okay, fair.
That they
I
have
do
to
like
hide.
that. I do like that it's going to be different, where they just update it whenever they win the in-season tournament and not have like a separate banner. I like that.
All right, and Glorious King Herb Jones is the answer, who did not wear number 0. He wears number 5 for
Not on
Brian
Herb.
Sky.
Very cool.
Yep.
Not on Herb. He's
See,
right
I
there.
think you like him. You like him just as much as I do at this point.
I think more, man. I think more because I don't like him just because I'm from New Orleans. I just truly appreciate his game.
He is 13th
Big
in
Herb Jones
fantasy
guy.
this year because he
Wow.
just fills it all.
13th, what overall?
Yeah, and
And
Yahoo.
like, wow,
that's nuts.
he's been really, really good in my like categories league. He's like an absolute beast, and he's playing tonight, and he already has a point. Wow.
Nice.
All right, moving on.
Oh boy, the puzzle.
Oh yeah,
High
ranking
to
players from
low
high
based
to
on
low
jersey number.
based
Okay.
on their jersey number.
Current jersey number, I guess.
Current jersey number.
I take that back. He's 32nd.
So if a player wears 99, you want to put them at the top. If they wear 0, you want to put them at the bottom.
I hope I got this.
Such a sneaky Aaron Gordon pick on here.
Sneaky tough question right here.
Just seeing if y'all know what numbers they wear. Because Aaron Gordon has worn 0 before, but does he currently wear 0? It is Aaron Gordon wears 50, Eric Gordon wears 23, Gordon Hayward wears 20, and Clint Capella wears 15.
Oh,
Why
I
did
was
Aaron Gordon
so
go
close. I was so close. I had Eric Gordon and Gordon Hayward in the wrong spots.
What do you think, Jack?
I thought Aaron Gordon wore 00.
No, you
That's
were
what he
50.
wore on Orlando.
You were 50.
Nice.
Some of those fonts that the Nuggets use, it's hard to tell. So
Yeah.
I'll give you
All
that
right.
too.
12 out of 20. Who are the top 5 highest rated players in NBA 2K this year? Got to choose the correct 5.
Ooh, Jaden Waddle down on the field being looked at by trainers after a big
no.
hit.
God.
Jalen Waddle.
Oh no.
Oh God.
What about the other game? What's Tommy Cutlets doing? And it is Jokic, Embiid, Steph, Durant, and Giannis are the correct 5.
They are snubbing our glorious king.
Tatum's
LeBron.
not in there. LeBron is actually tied with Giannis at 96, but they're the same rating.
Okay.
But in
Cutlets
all
is
these,
0 for 1. 0
Yeah.
yards. Sorry.
all right, Tommy and AJ Dillon, 1 rush for 7 yards. You know, if he averaged that, he'd be a Hall of Famer. All right, another puzzle for you guys. Rank these players based on their NBA 2K rating.
Oh boy.
Very interesting.
Interesting. Oh yeah, Raheem Mostert just got a catch. Let's go. If he gets under 4, he hasn't gotten under 4 points all year, and if he somehow does tonight with my season on the line, I'll seriously never forgive myself.
Season on the line, too.
Correct answer was John Morant, highest out of these guys, 92. Kyrie Irving is a 90, Fox 89, and Trae Young 88.
I think I had that completely back.
The ranking ones are killing everyone. Oh, there's your picture.
Cool photo. Cool photo.
Thanks. And Case moving
Case
on up.
gets it.
Oh,
Hey,
Wow.
okay, Case. On to number 14. Which NBA team plays the furthest west?
what?
I like it.
I'm pretty sure I got it. I like this question. Good question. I like this one. Jack, come on. No,
It's important,
your
it's important
geography,
to look
man.
it's important to look into how this is worded, right?
No, I have an idea.
It is the Portland Trailblazers, and I'll actually have you guys know, I looked this up on a map where the Chase Arena and wherever the Trailblazers play, they are literally like San Francisco's down here and Portland is up here. They're like that in terms of how westbound they are, latitude-wise. and Portland is like a half an inch more west, where their arena is than Golden State. So
That's crazy. That's
yeah,
a crazy
it
stat.
was super close. Skater says, "I'm surprised I've maintained 17th this whole time." All right, Robert Sacra in the lead. I don't know who that is, but
That's me.
oh, ass. All right, true or false? The Warriors are your reigning NBA champion. There's them with old Sleepy Joe at the White House.
He doesn't look sleepy there. It looks like he's got a crossover.
Wait, was Zaza on the Warriors?
Looks like he's about a.
Was Zaza Pachulia a Warrior
He was
when
a
they
Warrior.
won?
Was he?
He was. Yeah, Zaza Pachulia has a ring from the Warriors.
Well, I know he has one. I was surprised that he was in that photo from 2 years ago. And it's false because it was 2 years ago. The Nuggets won last year.
Yep.
So I'm just surprised that, like, why is, like, you know, because he's here with, like, I see, like, Kuminga is, so, like, this is obviously just from 2 years ago, but it's weird that
Why does Joe Biden look like he's about to be the best lockdown cornerback in the
he's
NFL?
he's about to, that or he's about to cross up someone.
Yeah.
No,
I think he's crossing somebody up.
Joe
Look,
Biden?
Draymond's
or
about to put him in a
Shamgar?
chokehold from behind.
no one is beating him downfield. He's about to spring back.
Oh, is there, everyone's saying Zaza was a front office staff.
Uh,
Yeah, Joe Biden looks like he's about to line up with Chad Ochocinco and go at it. All right, we got 5 questions left. God Shamgod is on the move. Who was not on the Lob City Clippers?
Oh,
oh my goodness.
oh,
By Lob
Big
City,
word, Hedu Turkaloo.
we were talking about the 2013-14 Clippers specifically.
Yeah.
Because that is what's considered as Lob City. All of these guys were on the Clippers at one point. It is Eric Gordon, who was traded in 2011 to who was he traded
He was
to?
unhappily. He was very unhappily a New Orleans Pelican.
Yes, he was.
Actually, he was a New
He
Orleans.
was a New Orleans Hornet. I was going to correct you. Good job.
he was in the Chris Paul trade, right?
He
I think.
was. He
Right.
was in the
That's-
ball trade.
He was the
Yep.
Lob City
Yeah.
Clippers.
Yep.
Yep.
All right, Aaron Gray moving on up. It's getting close. All right, in 2011, LeBron James considered playing football. Who offered him a tryout?
I know this one.
And there's a
Yeah,
picture of him with good old Bobby K,
Of course. Of course.
And Chris Rock.
Chris
randomly.
Rock, and Common in the background.
That is a crazy combination of individuals.
Average Kraft draft pick.
Kraft is like, I'm lost. Can you help me get where I need
they would
to get?
pick. They would pick LeBron and then convert him to an O lineman. Is what the Patriots would do. Yeah, it is the Dallas Cowboys. Is correct. So imagine that. Dak throwing a LeBron. All right, Sergio Rodriguez back in the game. Welcome back.
I've been in the game.
All right, true or false? The Toronto Raptors won the NBA Finals as a score of 4-1 over the Warriors.
I don't remember that.
Come on, Jack. Use your brain.
Skill
It is
issue.
false.
Skill issue. 4-2.
Oh.
Who in the chat can tell me? It is 4-2.
Yeah, 4-2.
Yeah, they would have won 4-1 if Kyle Lowry didn't hit the side of the backboard on in Game 5. Actually, Draymond blocked it. So, all right, Aaron Gray. Shout out Aaron Gray moving up.
Aaron Gray.
All right, James Harden led the NBA in points per game in 2018. He scored more than 35 a game that season. True or false? Who said all the true or false have been false so far?
I feel like
Uh-oh.
Harden got like 33 points a game. So maybe that's just
You're watching your tendencies in trivia.
They're studying film.
studying your film.
Well, I've been watching film too. It's true.
Wow.
He averaged 36 a game in 2018.
That's insane.
Yeah,
All useless.
unreal. All right, we got one final question. This one is for all the marbles because Robert Sacre does not count. So let's see who comes out on top. 20 out of 20.
Neither
Which team
does
did
Sergio
Steph Curry
Rodriguez.
hit this shot against? You got to
I
listen.
do have a timeout. Decide not to use it. Curry way downtown. Bang. Bang. Oh, what a shot from Curry.
Bang! Bang!
Isn't that an amazing feature? Who was that shot against?
That's electric. That was electric.
Oklahoma City Thunder. They do have a timeout. Bang! And that was
What a shot!
against the Thunder in Game 6 of the Thunder blowing 3-1. Wow, everyone spam Hanukkah for a gift card apparently.
Ooh,
Chat.
W gift card.
Let's see the NBA Hanukkah Hoot podium. In third, we've got Jake Lehman.
Jake Lehman's our winner because I am Sergio Rodriguez.
Hey,
Yep.
who is and number one, Robert Sacre.
No way.
Who is
So
Jake
who is
Lehman?
Jake Lehman? Because I don't know who
Who's
that
Jake
is.
Lehman?
Brian in fourth too. Whoever was Jake Lehman in the chat, please let us know.
Please let us know who Jake Lehman was. There's Jake
Micah
Lehman.
Kiwi.
Micah.
Yeah, Jake Lehman.
Woo!
All right, congratulations, Micah. We're going to be right back after this short break to light some more candles. That was a lot of fun, though. So we'll be right back in just a few minutes.
Hello Lost Tribe members, how are you? I'm so excited and happy for the opportunity to light up my Hanukkah with you guys this year. As you can see, I'm all alone here sadly, but it also means that I can shine brighter and also have a whole lot of zufganiyot just for myself. I got all of these for you guys so you can share it with me after we light up the Hanukkah. Okay, hopefully my gaming room won't be caught on fire today. So with the power of this candle, I hope and wish for everybody, for all the Jews everywhere in the world and from here, from Israel, that we will get to see a Hanukkah miracle this year. So I really wish for everyone happy Hanukkah and let's light it up. Baruch אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם אשר קידשנו במצוותיו וציוונו להדליק נר של חנוכה. This is exciting. I haven't done this ever since I was a child. 2, 3, one last one, 4. There we go. Okay, so in my family we also do a little song with it, so sing with me. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם שעשה ניסים לאבותינו בימים ההם בזמן הזה אמן. That's it guys. It was so lovely to light up the Hanukkah with you, and I hope that you will get anything you wish for when lighting up those candles wherever you are at your home. And yeah, I just hope and wish that everybody will remain safe and Israel will stay strong and win this darkness. Thank you so much, Lost Tribe. Cheers!
Lost Tribe family, we just wanted to wish you a Hanukkah Sameach all the way here from Israel. It's such a complicated time, but hopefully these lights will continue to inspire us to be Jewish activists, to be proud of our Judaism. And remember, always remember, the good trumps the evil, no matter what, no matter when. Our history is proven to us and we will prove to the world again now. Good will win. Wishing you all such a Hanukkah Sameach and continue to be a light to all Jewish people everywhere. I'm the official Mira, and my husband Effie.
Hanukkah, Hanukkah, pass me the dreidel. Spin it on the floor, spin it on the table. The oil burn for 8 nights, no this ain't no fable. Chicken soup and matzo ball, pass me the ladle. I'm eating latkes, we are like the Maccabees, ain't nobody can stop us.
What's up, tribe? I hope you guys have been enjoying Hanukkah so far. If you do !survey and fill out our 1-minute survey, you'll be entered for your chance to win one of 4 $25 gift cards and 1 JBL speaker. So if you haven't done so already, fill that out. Now let's get back to the action.
So I think since we're coming back to, we should go ahead and play the PTR song.
Yeah.
That way people know why it's better than the Hanukkah rap. I'm all for
And
Hanukkah, but
in typical
come on.
PTR fashion, I'm going to wait 5 seconds to play it.
Could one of y'all pass the gosh darn rock? Hey yo, I'm trying, I ain't lying, and hosting this will be Brian.
Yeah.
Posting like Kobe Bryant,
Yeah.
flying to see the pilot.
Yeah.
Hit the hezzy, we got Jesse, opinions get kinda messy. A fan of out of letties, from football to racing jet skis. He go silly when he go deep, sheesh, is Zach Zeman. Teaming up with Jack, we stack the whole team, man. Pass the rock, don't stop the shot clock.
Woo.
Smack the slap shot, come on, now let's talk. Pass the, yo partner, pass the rock, for real.
I just want to give everyone a quick fantasy update, by the way, if the Colo J is in the chat, it was his birthday yesterday. So happy birthday to him. He's a good friend of mine. And I am currently beating him in our fantasy matchup now that Raheem Mostert got 3 points in the first quarter. So to the Colo J, happy Hanukkah, and I'll see you in the playoffs. We just pushed our bid to the playoffs in an extremely close score. As y'all can see on the screen, 113 to 113.
Wow.
Jesse.
So you're one fumble from losing it. It's not over yet.
By the way, worst team in the playoffs.
That's my roommate yelling with who has the worst team that's in the playoffs, actually. He has statistically the less points for.
If we're giving fantasy updates,
I'm gonna be in third this week, and he got me in sixth. That's simple.
Yeah, we're gonna be third and sixth, and I'm gonna play him next week, and he doesn't want to see me because my team's outscored his every week the last 4 weeks.
Except for this week, chat.
All it takes is this week.
My team is outscoring. You have 90 points this week.
I have Tyreek left.
oh my,
He hasn't scored yet.
From the team.
It seems like you guys need a bigger apartment.
Go away. He needs 25.
Get a room, guys. Get a room. If we're gonna be giving fantasy football updates to people who are watching in the chat, just want to shout out my girlfriend real quick. I'm playing her this week in fantasy. She's down by 13 and has DeAndre Hopkins, who has laid a goose egg so far. So things are not looking good for you.
Will Levis actually just threw a pick 6, by the way, and now the Dolphins are.
Does not help.
Who threw the pick 6?
Will Levis.
Nice. So one of the worst ideas in all of sports is playing fantasy football in the same league with your significant other. Let me just go on record for that. All right.
She's good. She's gonna make the playoffs. She's doing good. She's had a good season.
You lose either way. That's all I'm going to say. Okay. Let's go back to the list. Okay. Broncos eliminate the Chargers. Justin Herbert, broken fingers, probably going to have surgery. Is there a chance the Broncos sneak in and win the West, Jack?
Is there a chance they win the West? I mean, that's
they're one game back, by the way.
I know what they are in the standings, but that's still asking a lot of the Chiefs to fall off that hard. I mean, they haven't been good the last couple of weeks. They lost to a very competitive Packers team, and then this past week to the Bills. Again, 2 really good teams at the moment. I think that the Broncos are playing good enough football to beat bad teams, but I think when it comes down to it, I believe they play the Chiefs head-to-head down the stretch, and I just have a really hard time seeing them winning that. And if they don't win that game, it's going to be really difficult to do.
All right. So, Zach, over to you. Is Sean Payton the coach of the year?
I don't know if Sean Payton's necessarily the coach of the year, but I do like the Broncos' chances to win the West. I never thought I'd be saying. I'm pretty sure, Jesse, I think you had the prediction earlier this season. I think you did. So very impressed by you. Chiefs do not look like their complete selves. Of course, they don't have anyone for Mahomes to throw to besides Travis Kelce, and that's a big dent in their in their shining armor as the Knights of the NFL they've been. I like the Broncos' chances. They're only 1 game back. I mean, their schedule looks relatively easy for them. I think they could easily win the West. It'd be a big upset, but I think they can do it.
The problem is the Chiefs have a pretty cupcake schedule too. Now, they've been playing with their food for the last 6 weeks too, though, so you never know.
Sorry, I need to take a second here. The pick 6 was by a defensive tackle, by the way. It was a big man.
Oh man, big man touchdown.
It was only 5 yards, so we didn't get to see him rumbling down the field. But big man touchdown on 3rd and 11 from their own 5-yard line. Titans just shooting themselves in the foot.
Jesse, I'll give this to you. A little question from the chat. D'Amico Ryan's coach of the year. I'll also give you Mike McCarthy. I'll give you Sean Payton, and I'll give you what's my man in Detroit?
Dan Campbell.
Oh, you gotta have Shane
Dan
Steichen
Campbell
there too.
Okay, you can have Shane Steichen as well. Who do you?
Okay, if I had to rank all of those names, I'm still putting Dan Campbell first. The fact that the Lions have had the year that they've had, and I know that they had a big loss this past week, but they're still going to end the year over 10 wins. Could be even close to 12. So I think Dan Campbell deserves every ounce of that award. After Dan Campbell, I would say I'm hesitant to give it to Mike McCarthy because I don't want to say anyone could coach that team because it's not true because they've had bad coaching in the past. And I really like the way that they've been calling plays this year. I think Mike McCarthy's done a lot better job than Kellen Moore, who's been on the Chargers now. So I think Mike McCarthy is great, but I'm hesitant to give him Coach of the Year award when you have one of the most star-studded teams on both sides of the ball. So that's why I would lean a little more towards Dan Campbell, especially where the expectations were not nearly as high for the Cowboys. And then DeMeco Ryans, I feel bad because it seems like he was probably on track to be in the Coach of the Year argument, but now unsure how the CJ Stroud injury is going to pan out.
Yeah.
They might finish the year 8-9. We don't know what's going to happen with the Texans. Yeah. Although Davis Mills could come in and start cooking, so you never know.
He's got no receivers left also.
Davis Mills, Noah Brown, and Robert Woods might finally be back. I don't know if he
Bobby
is.
Bobby
Trees. Yeah. So, it's going to be tough, but I would say I'm giving it to the Lions. I think that they had, just also the way that Dan Campbell coaches, he's just such a Coach of the Year guy. It's got to be him.
Okay. All right. The division leaders in the AFC right now, Baltimore, Miami, Kansas City, Jacksonville. So of the rest, which 4 of these AFC teams will not make the playoffs? So we're picking teams that are going to be out. Bills, Bengals, Steelers, Browns, Broncos, Colts, Texans. Who do you see? What name do you see that you're like,
they're crazy out? That 4 of them won't make it.
Yeah. Give me one, Jack. Give me one that won't make it.
The one that jumps out at me the most, and I hate to say it, is the Houston Texans. I think I love what they've done this year. I love the coaching job that DeMeco Ryans has done. I love what we've seen from CJ Stroud this year, but it just feels like the last 2 weeks, every single player on that team has gotten injured. Like every key piece. You lose Stroud, you lose Tank Dell for the season. That's confirmed. Nico Collins goes out. It's just such an unfortunate end to what was such a promising start to the year for them. Now, if they do manage to make the playoffs still, good on them. That is outstanding, and DeMeco should absolutely win Coach of the Year. But I just feel like in such a competitive conference, or at least the bottom half of the AFC playoff picture right now is just so neck and neck. That little thing is going to be what keeps him out.
Zach, your pick. Can't take the Texans.
Yeah, I think this is a pretty clear-cut one. Look, I mean, whether it's Jake Browning or A.J. McCarron, there's no way the Bengals are going to be able to reach the playoffs with the quarterback they have right now.
They won 2 games in a row, buddy.
Yeah, have you seen him play?
I do not care.
Jake Browning looks great right now.
I do not care. I'm going to say the Bengals end up missing the playoffs. Look, the replacement-level quarterback can only last so long. We've had legends like Mike White come in for a few weeks, play as great as they possibly could, and then immediately fall off. I know they've won 2 in a row, but still,
the Eagles won a Super Bowl with a Jake Browning.
There is at least 2 or 3 other teams that I would have picked before I picked.
What's crazy is the Bengals have looked better with Jake Browning than they did with Joe Burrow for a lot of this year. I just don't think any random backup is going 32 of 37 for 350 yards and 2 touchdowns on primetime against the number 1 team in the AFC.
Yeah.
And then, so he threw for 354. Then he threw for 275 against Indianapolis. He's got Minnesota, Pittsburgh, Kansas City, Cleveland.
It's a little tough. I think
3 cupcakes and the Chiefs.
Yeah. I'm going to say Steelers have to be the first name out of my mouth for this list because they just lost to the poverty Patriots, which was the easiest game left on their schedule for the year. So
and the week after losing to the Arizona Cardinals.
Yeah, so back-to-back weeks. And like you said, they're facing the Bengals. They've got not an easy road ahead the next 4 weeks. And who's going to take them there? Mitch Trubisky, who wants to see how far he can throw a ball on 4th and 2. It's not going to be the Pittsburgh Steelers, I'll tell you that much. So they are definitely one of these teams that's not going to make it because every other team in their division is also above 7-6, which at this point now, them having that record just isn't good enough at this point. If they were in the NFC, they might be a playoff team. But at this point, I think the Browns have a better shot. The Bengals have a much better shot, and the Ravens are winning the division. So Steelers, it's time to say goodbye.
So if I get the 4th pick, Jack picked the Texans. Zach, for some reason, picked the Bengals, and then Jesse picks the Steelers. So I have the Colts, Broncos, Browns, Bills. The Colts is the easy pick, but I think I'm going to pick the Bills because the Bills have to play the Cowboys and the Dolphins still, and they're a game back of some of those other teams. So I just think it's not in the cards, even though the Bills are playing better football. They beat the Chiefs. I get it. I just think the Colts are going to cruise to the end of this and play a couple AFC South teams, including the Texans. They may even play the Texans play the Titans twice, not the Colts. But I just don't see a scenario where the Bills actually make it. So I'm going to take them out. So that leaves us with Colts, Broncos, Browns. Those are our playoff teams with the 4 division winners.
I think the Broncos and the Browns. I like the Browns. And you know what? Someone just said Joe Flacco is the best quarterback out of all of these teams. I think that's definitely false because I think Russell Wilson is up there, and obviously Josh Allen is the easy pick. Josh Allen is there. I would say of all of these other teams outside of Josh Allen, I still think you got to give it to Russ. There's no way a 45-year-old Joe Flacco is better than him. But why don't we talk a little bit about Joe Flacco for a second, because he looked pretty elite. Is Joe Flacco elite? And what is their ceiling with
Always
Joe
has been. Always has been elite.
All I want is the Browns to go to Baltimore in the playoffs with Joe Flacco as the quarterback. I just want to see it.
Yeah.
You have a little Browns Ravens, like, they moved from Cleveland. They were the Browns and they became the Ravens. And then you have Joe Flacco revenge game. Who's not betting on that?
Yeah. I mean, Joe Flacco, he's unapologetically himself. Based on when he was the Ravens starting quarterback for however many years, 10, 11 years, still now at age 38. He is a gunslinger. He's going to come into the game. He's not mobile, but he's going to step up in the pocket and chuck the ball around the field. And he might make a couple scary throws a game, but he still has a decent arm, and he's going to get the ball down the field to his receivers. It's definitely a bit of a stressful way to play quarterback, but it can work, and I think it has worked so far for the Browns offense. I think Joe Flacco being elite obviously is a joke, but Joe Flacco is a competent NFL quarterback at this point in his career, and I think the Browns could still be a competitive playoff team with him in there.
And let's be real, he doesn't have to be Joe Montana or Tom Brady.
Right.
He just has to be like maybe a little better than Trent Dilfer, but he's got to be Joe Flacco. Yeah.
He just has to be Joe Flacco.
I agree. That's a good call. Great call, actually.
Yeah.
Okay. Vikings Raiders yesterday. The final score was 3-0. It was not a soccer game, but the final score was 3-0. Is this the worst game or the best game you've ever seen, Zach?
It's up there for both. It's clearly up there for both. The sicko in me loved it. The sicko in me absolutely loved it. Although shout out to Jets Texans for having an immaculate first half of all punts. That was also beautiful. But I mean, it clearly is probably the worst game we've seen all season, probably the worst game we've seen for the past couple of seasons. A 3-0 score is so rare, and usually the reason that it ends up being 3-0 is because of like weather conditions. I'm pretty sure the only other games in like modern NFL history to go 3-0 were the mud game between Pittsburgh and Miami, and then I think the aptly named Mud Bowl, which I forget who was in that game, but both those games had mud in them. This was played in a domed stadium. And when
but in Vegas, remember, we were in Vegas this summer. The air conditioning is on pretty hardcore in Vegas. Really there was probably a left or right wind.
If there was a left or right wind with the air conditioning, the Raiders would not allow a single field goal all year.
You probably could not have a more like player friendly environment for a football.
You seriously couldn't. Like we've heard no complaints about Allegiant Stadium and the quality of that turf or anything. We've heard nothing being like, this is not a good place to play. None of the players seem to like it. It's just a horrible game of football.
It's only 3 points worse than Chargers Patriots last week. So it's
except for this fact, except for the fact that this is something Scott Hanson said on Red Zone. I can't remember exactly what the year was, but it was the furthest into a game that the score had been 0-0 since like 1965. It was like something ridiculous like
See,
that.
the only thing is I actually think this game is better than any of those other games because the fact that it is 0-0 that deep into the game is kind of electric in itself. It's like, how long can we hold this mutual shutout for? And you have the possibility of a 0-0 tie in overtime. So for that reason, it being 0-0 is more electric than it being 6-0 like the Chargers Patriots or 3-0 whenever it is, because you still have the possibility for a perfect game on the table.
This was almost as bad as that Week 18 game between the Chargers and Raiders 2 years ago, where they were both trying to lose.
No, but that was electric because they were playing for a tie. It was like,
oh, that's what it was. They had to play for a tie so that the Steelers,
if
would
they
then
tied,
go.
yeah,
Yeah.
if they tied the Steelers,
That
would
was so
go.
stupid.
That was very stupid. But Brandon Staley was the reason that it ended up not being a tie.
Oh, don't get him started on Brandon Staley. Here's the deal.
Yeah, remember
If
Derek
the
Carr
Chargers,
like,
if the
lifted the
Chargers
camera.
weren't playing this Thursday, Brandon Staley would have already been fired. But they don't want to have to like figure out coaching by
No,
Thursday.
at this point, they're not firing him until the end of the year. They're just gonna save that money. They're gonna fire him at the end of the year, and with Justin Herbert out, they're just gonna tank. That's what the decision I've come to, because I don't know how he hasn't been fired yet, and that's the only explanation.
He just keeps getting the best timing.
Tyreek Hill in the medical tent, by the way.
Oh,
Jalen Waddle has 44 yards receiving. If anybody picked Jalen Waddle in Podna's picks, just so you know. Is it Pastranova for Josh Dobbs?
You know, I feel like the magic has run out for Cinderella. The clock has struck midnight. Arguably happened last week as well. Just he has not looked like the Josh Dobbs about half a season ago. I hate to say it, but I believe it is Pastranova.
I think it is. He was my backup in one team, and this morning I cut him to pick up Sam Howell, who was on the waiver wire, and he had a bye, so I could still pick him up.
Yeah, Sam Howell's been sick this year. That's a great.
He's been really good.
I think we're done with the Josh Dobbs hype. He sort of did the same thing in Arizona, where he was like really good for 3 weeks, and then he had a few really bad weeks, like after the league started to figure him out, and then he got traded to Minnesota, and the cycle sort of reset. He had a few really good weeks, and then he started to come back down to earth, and I don't think we're going back up from here.
Yeah, it's funny how that works, because with Josh Dobbs, it's like he gets hot for long enough for you to forget like why no one signed him. That he's like a career backup, and then after that, it's like, oh wait, this is the reason that every single team in the NFL decided not to have this guy be their starter. When I mean the loss last week to the Bears, I think was actually like that 12-10 in a game that the Bears were like actively throwing at every possible chance, for them to lose that and then to come and win, but you won 3-0 and you don't feel good about it. Like, they can't feel good about that win at all. Also, they lost Justin Jefferson again, and they lost Alex Madison for who knows how long. So this team, it was like they were right on the edge. Honestly, the Minnesota Vikings are the embodiment of everyone's fantasy team this year. It's like you thought you were super good. All of your players got injured. Then they hold on just long enough for you to get your hopes up again, just for you to be back at 500, 7-6, 7-7, just for your best player to get injured again. And now you didn't tank. You didn't commit to the tank. And now you're kind of in this weird spot where you're not going to be good enough to do anything. And and what do we know? The Vikings are going to be 8-9 again and just end the season around 500 and just continue to have no direction.
All right. So what I want to let people know about is the survey next. We have had 19 surveys completed tonight. It's the second most of any day this for Hanukkah. We get 6 more. We break the record for this Hanukkah. So exclamation point survey, fill it out. It helps us. You get to tell us a little bit about your experience with Lost Tribe Hanukkah. You get to tell us what kind of stuff you want to see in our Discord. And you could win a $25 gift card or the JBL Bluetooth speaker. So throw it in there. Let's see it. And we are going to do next, we're going to mix sports with Hanukkah. The best athlete ever to wear the number 8. So think about that. Give us some ideas in the chat. You'll probably steal all the good ones, but we want to see them anyway. So, because I know where Jack's going to go, I'm going to start with Jesse.
The best athlete to ever wear number 8 has got to be Daniel Jones. The best athlete to ever wear number 8 is Kobe Bryant, and there shouldn't really be that much discussion about this. Kobe Bryant, while he might be more famous for wearing 24, I still think that he's the best number 8. Mamba, it's tied to him. Everything that he does revolves around 8 and 24. I think Kobe has to be probably the best in their rightful sport, and possibly the best across all sports to wear number 8. So I'm going to say Kobe for sure.
I think some people in Baltimore might disagree with you, but
Yep.
let's go to Zach.
What, Lamar Jackson?
Oh, come on.
No, come on.
I'm not talking about Lamar Jackson, but good choice. But I'm not
no. I mean, Lamar's great, but if we're talking about anyone to represent the number 8, no one did it better than Cal Ripken Jr. 2-time MVP, 19-time All-Star. 19-time All-Star is insane. 8-time Silver Slugger, 2-time Gold Glove. Just, I mean, absolute consistency. Played pretty much every game he could. Literally from, what is that? From 83 to 93. He never missed a game.
I can tell you
it was longer.
Oh
than
wait,
that.
no. All the way up to what was it? 98, 99.
Yeah.
Never missed a game. Mr. Consistent, along with being an all-star throughout all of that time. I mean, he was playing at a consistent all-star level for how many years? 21 years he was in the league, and for 19 of those, he was an all-star. That is insane.
Georginator says Joe Morgan, and I see a Yogi Berra.
Joe Morgan and Yogi Berra were two.
Willie
other names I
Stargell,
thought of
also
for
from
baseball.
LT Santa.
Yep.
Willie Stargell.
Look, I mean, there's a lot of great names, but for me, give me Cal Ripken Jr.
So, Cal Ripken was great, and he was the second best player in his Hall of Fame class because he went in with Tony Gwynn, which is just too bad for him because, come on. All right, Jack,
you might
over to
be
you.
the only one with that take. No, but I'll
it's true.
More.
Look at the stats. Look at
Okay.
all of the stats and tell me it's not true.
I'll just throw out a couple more Cal Ripken stats. It was the streak that he had was 2,632 consecutive games over 17 years, which is unbelievable. And the best part is that he intentionally ended the streak. He ended it himself because he didn't want the pressure of continuing the streak more and more. He already set the all-time record, and he ended it himself on his own terms. So shout out Cal Ripken Jr. Awesome.
I think.
Yeah, so I mean, Kobe is the obvious pick. I'll throw out another name that I don't think I've seen yet. Steve Young got to be in the conversation. Yeah. One of the all-time great quarterbacks. One of probably the best lefty quarterback ever. So yeah, Steve Young, hell of a player. Great number 8.
I like this comment from chat. Ryan Braun, best Jewish number 8. I believe that has to be.
That's
true.
not what it says.
Well, I'm still saying. Well, I'm saying what he probably means.
Okay, good.
I'm looking at a list.
If Lamar Jackson gets one Super Bowl, is he the best left-handed quarterback ever?
He's not.
Steve Young's only got one.
What?
He's not left-handed.
Is he not left-handed?
No.
He's not
Why did I think?
I thought you were going to say if he wins, is he the best number 8? And I was going to say if Lamar Jackson converts, is he the best Jewish number 8? Because then he actually might be. I just want to shout out another name. I see Consigliere put it in the chat. Alex Ovechkin is a good number 8 as well. I mean, he's definitely up there in the hockey players.
Troy Aikman.
The Troy Aikman take is good. He's really good.
Mm-hmm.
My
Saquon
personal favorite,
by the way.
My personal favorite is going to who scored the touchdown?
Saquon.
Nice.
Oh, good deal. All right. So my personal favorite number 8 is the patriarch of the Manning sports dynasty, Archie Manning, who I have a picture of when I was a kid at some shoe store randomly somewhere in New Orleans. Mm-hmm. But he didn't have the stats. So I'm going with I usually don't like to pick players from teams I don't really like that much, but I'm going with the Hawk, Andre Dawson, because he was just one of the coolest baseball players when I was a kid, no matter what team you rooted for. I was not particularly anti-Cubs, but he was an Expo A, which is just one of the best uniformed teams ever. Mm-hmm. And he's the Hawk. He was just the gun he had in right field was
I mean, I thought about this earlier, and I was looking up different players who wore 8. The thing about Dawson is that while he was in Expo, his best days, he did not wear 8. So I mean,
I would
feel like
argue
that
it's
should
not
be
his
a
best
consideration.
days.
Yeah, his best days might have been as a Cub.
Yeah.
Still,
It's debatable.
He was not a career number 8 compared to some of these guys who are career number 8s. If we're talking personal favorites, Shane Victorino. Shane Victorino.
Nice.
Brian, I
By the
got
way-
one you skipped over, a guy that
Okay.
you like. Manny Machado wore 8.
Yeah,
in
he
his
wore 8
last
for the
season with
Dodgers.
the Dodgers. He wore number 8.
Yep. Yep.
I also learned that.
this is what I'll say. I'm looking at this random list, and Archie Manning's actually 15th all time on this list. So I was impressed. I did not.
Yeah, they had Ryan Braun 31 on that list as well. For
Yeah.
what's worth.
Zach
I will also
Levine, number
shout out-
17. Anybody's
my favorite hockey
where
player
is-
of all time? My favorite
Yeah.
hockey player of all time, Drew Doughty. I have to shout him out. He is a stud.
I thought you were going to say
Absolute
Timu Solani.
no front teeth. Oh God! Why would I think of Duck?
I'm surprised that we've gone this far without mentioning Alex Ovechkin.
We did.
No, we
That's why
did.
It's not surprising.
That's why it seems long.
All right. Well, that was
Great.
fun. Let's move on because we have a lot to we've been going for 2 hours and we still have some things that we can get to here. So do we want to move? Do you want to do some connections? Why don't we head over to our connections board? Who did the NBA one?
I did the NBA one.
All right, let me bring that up for the gang. So if you're new to this, we just like to yell out different things for like 10 minutes until we get this right. So this is Let's Play NBA Connections Hanukkah edition. So we're on with our live stream right now. Everybody in the chat, you guys can help us out. This is made by Zach. So how this works is there are 4 categories and 4 of these players fit into each of those 4 categories. So we got a lot of interesting names here.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Okay, Nick Stauskas. What is bro doing on here?
What could Nick Stauskas be doing on here?
I know that Zach is a big Nick Stauskas guy, right? Didn't you tell me that was like your first NBA jersey or something like that?
He was like my first favorite player as an NBA fan during the Process Sixers days.
Oh,
Did he go to West Virginia?
No, he did not.
Certainly not. I think he didn't go to college. I think he was an international.
He went to college.
Are we not
He went to
still in
Michigan.
the process?
He went to Michigan.
Are we not still in the process days?
We are well past the process days.
I think you have to get past the
All right,
second round for it to end.
Spencer
Anyway,
Dinwiddie was a Sixer, I think, a long time ago. Was he or no? Was he a Piston? Might have been the Pistons.
He was a Piston. He was definitely a Piston.
I don't know. Maybe he wasn't a Sixer. Mikal Bridges was drafted by the Sixers.
Obviously, Embiid, Stauskas.
I like the suggestion in the chat, by the way.
Lillard, Stewart, Smith, and Garland, which are all last names of actors or actresses.
I think
What
you're
Lil-
assuming
what
a lot
Lillards
of
do you
Zach,
know?
by the way.
I honestly, I was about to say, I don't think Zach's smart enough to figure that one out.
All right.
Wow.
Anyone else drafted? Man,
that
you
was
also
harsh.
put the accents on Şengün properly. Good for you.
Yeah,
Yes, I did.
I think there could be like, I don't know. I think Rui Hachimura, Jackson Hayes, and Obi Toppin all feel like the same draft class.
What
Does that not
about and Stewart maybe?
Jackson Hayes.
He's Isaiah Stewart's like a 3rd-year player or something. Like he's young. Şengün is in his 3rd or 4th year.
I'm feeling more
Hayes,
like
same draft class as Zion.
Garland,
Trying to think of any of those.
Sexton.
I feel like Toppin was in that one.
yeah. I think those 3 guys are in the same class. I can't figure out who the 4th one
Well,
is.
it wasn't a one away. So, that was a one away though with Sexton. Rui, Hachi, Jackson Hayes, Sexton, and Obi was one away.
What about Malik Monk? How old is he?
Older
He's
than
been
them.
around. He's been
He's
around.
He's older than them.
Malik Monk was the same class as like De'Aaron Fox in 2017, I think, around there. Because I remember he was crazy on Kansas.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hmm.
I thought
All
he was
right.
Kentucky.
Or Kentucky, one of the two.
You guys haven't been super close with any of these categories.
right.
I will
We got a
mention
one away there, though.
there is one category that involves the draft in some regard.
Involves the draft.
Oh, maybe these guys were all picked like in the top 10 or all selected.
Like with the same pick.
Yeah, with like the 10th pick in the draft or something.
I mean,
Jackson Hayes was number 10
yeah.
or number 8. He was number 8.
Garland was 6. I
Rui
think
Rui was also around that range.
Rui was highish.
I think Rui was number 9. I think
Wasn't
Yeah.
Lillard 6th?
Lillard was, yeah.
Şengün
Right
was.
around.
I think Şengün was in the top 15. Like I don't think he was top 10 though.
Yeah, no.
I don't know when Domas was drafted.
Domas,
Oh wait, we have a couple Kings on here. Are there any other? No.
no.
Draymond's chilling.
There is no category related to a specific team of any capacity. That includes
Oh,
college.
okay.
There is no college category today. Sorry, Jack.
I know. I noticed that. So well, Mikhail was like a late lottery pick, right? Mikhail was like 13.
He was drafted 13th and then traded.
Yeah.
from
So Mikhail was a late lottery pick. I think there's got to be more, right? Like I feel like Sabonis was around there.
Okay, so this is one away. Rui, Jackson, Obi, and Sexton is one away, but those 4 without Sexton is not.
So it's not Rui, Jackson, Obi, like I thought.
Okay, so Jackson, Sexton, and Obi and Garland was one away. So it makes me believe that these 3 are together in some capacity.
I mean, were they all picked with the same pick? That actually is feasible. They were all pick 8. That like feels right. Rui was
Smith?
No. He wasn't that high.
No, was Monk?
Monk could have
No.
been. Garland?
Şengün maybe? No.
No, not Şengün. Could Garland have been that?
Stauskas? Was Stauskas? No, I don't
It
know.
could have been.
Oh my god, it was Stauskas!
Dang.
Oh, there it is. 8th overall. Nice, Brian.
Wow.
It was either Nick Stauskas or Frank Ntilikina. It was one of them.
I thought you were going to say
Classic.
Frank the Tank. All right. Good job. Good job. All right.
I love
yeah.
Frank the Tank.
Okay. Draymond Green. Nice.
What is
he's-
Draymond Green doing? on?
Suspended for attempting to injure someone.
Wait,
Draymond,
are 3 of these people he has hurt?
Draymond, Isaiah Stewart. Who else has attempted to injure someone?
Oh, Embiid probably.
That's terrible.
That's
He's
awesome.
always going after people.
Terrible, guys. Come on.
Sabonis and Draymond got into a fight last year in the playoffs.
Okay. Was Sabonis suspended though?
No, he didn't get suspended, and Draymond did.
Oh, yeah. He didn't, but Draymond did, yeah.
Chat trying to
Ooh,
cook
chat
NCAA
says-
championship winner as a category. I will tell you that is not a category.
What about NCAA championship loser? We've had that before.
We have had that before, but that is not a repeat.
Oh, we got
Foreign-born players.
I don't think we have enough of those.
It's not a bad shout. 1, 2,
Şengün.
3,
No,
4.
I think Domas was born in the U.S. though. I just think he's
not
his
going away.
dad is from Lithuania.
Yeah, his dad was.
Oh,
playing
well,
in the
his
NBA.
dad played. Are there any other NBA families in here? Like, I mean,
Oh.
Bridges.
No,
No, that's it.
no.
Darius Garland.
All right, hold on. Draymond is a defensive guy.
Yeah,
Mikhail is a defensive guy.
he was finalist for Defensive Player of the Year, but never won it.
Mikhail wasn't a finalist for Depoy though. I mean,
Mikhail was 2 years ago.
Oh, he's a finalist.
He lost to Marcus Smart, I think. Yeah,
I mean, Draymond's won it.
maybe it's first team all. No, there's no other
Like,
people here.
Dorian
that are-
Finney-Smith is a defensive guy for sure. Like,
I don't know.
I would think Isaiah Stewart is a defensive guy. Like, I don't
What
know.
I see between Şengün and Sabonis is they're both bigs who average a lot of assists. And Draymond Green, too. Oh,
Okay.
this could be triple-double related, maybe.
And like Embiid, maybe.
With Domas. Yeah,
By the
maybe.
way,
Man.
actual breaking news: the Dodgers contract with Shohei is now official. is now official.
Go.
So he earns $2 million a year, and then it's like $68 million a year for the back half of the contract.
So for the first 10, it's $2 million. For the second 10,
And he's not
it's
pitching. He's not pitching next year. I read as well.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
So that way they're only paying $2 million for a DH and then $68 million for the pitcher as well.
Luol Deng contract.
It does matter. It doesn't not matter.
No, it just doesn't matter because he's going to be the best hitter in baseball next year. It doesn't matter if you can't pitch.
No, I disagree.
All right, Zach, I think we need a hint.
Yeah. Okay. What would I put Joel Embiid on here for, of all things?
MVP.
Because of the poster on your wall?
No. What
on your head?
What is Embiid known for? What is he known for? For
West Virginia dialect.
Free throws. Free throws. Oh, is there a shot?
Flopping. The chat checks in.
Is there? Oh, him and Dame gets a lot as well. Is there like a shot 25 free throws in a game or something?
I think Domas gets hacked.
Who else?
I mean, Draymond loves to commit fouls.
He also gets to the foul line a lot.
He does.
Dang, that wasn't even one away. Oh my god.
This is painful.
This is not great streaming. I'll tell you that.
No, we're hurting here. Free throws. What does it have to do with free throws?
There is a category about free throws.
I know Mikal Bridges is a pretty good free throw shooter.
Lillard.
I mean, yeah.
Maybe it's shooting like 90%.
Bang!
Let him cook. 15 made free throws in a game this season. Dame, Embiid, Monk, and Bridges. Wow.
There you go.
Okay.
That was a sweaty category. All right.
But
we're working our way
guys
through
did
it,
get
though.
it. You have two more.
More pain.
All right. I was really convinced that there was
doesn't
some
get
type of
easier.
assist category going on. One away. Okay.
one
Şengün,
away.
Draymond, and Sabonis have to be be
Yeah. Big
No,
that wasn't one away.
Maybe
though.
not.
Uh-oh.
Ruh-roh. Something to do with assists. I swear, maybe it's got like 15 assists in a game or something. But none of these other guys have done that. Oh my God! 500 assists last
500 plus assists last season. What do you guys think this last category could possibly be?
Okay, Şengün, Rui, Big Stu, and Dorian Finney-Smith. Wow.
I'm thinking it's going to do blocks. I mean, Rui gets a.
Was Isaiah Stewart drafted by the Pacers?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Sorry, not Pacers.
Dorian Finney-Smith, known shot blocker. So that's nice.
Finney-Smith was traded. Rui was traded? Have they all fought LeBron somehow? Did Rui? I just remember the only thing I attribute Isaiah Stewart to in my mind is him trying to fight LeBron. So.
I feel like this is a simpler answer than you guys are probably expecting.
Let me guess. It's like scored like 5 double-doubles this year or something.
It's even simpler.
All right. Any guesses from the chat what these four are?
Wear number 28. No, Dorian doesn't wear 28. But like, I swear Rui does. Feels like Stewart could.
No, Şengün, no. No idea what this is.
Yeah, I don't know.
Really that simple?
Just hit it.
Is it? Come on.
No way.
No way.
Yeah, Jack, you got it. You got it right on the money at the very end. It was that simple.
That's really funny. I think that Şengün does. I don't know.
At the very least, I checked on Basketball Reference this morning in case they somehow changed numbers tonight. Yes, Dorian Finney-Smith apparently wears 28.
That is so weird because I couldn't picture what number Şengün wears, but I would have sworn it wasn't 28.
Yeah, you wouldn't
the
think.
only reason I said that is because I know Rui does. That's
yeah. I mean, when I said simple, I meant simple. It's just their jersey number, nothing else.
And Finney-Smith is he wears 28 on the Nets, I guess.
Yep.
Wow.
I guess so.
Let's how we scroll through all those attempts real quick. Let's get a little bit of pain going.
Oh no.
It's not as bad as I thought it was, actually.
Brutal.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into our NFL one then. Hopefully that goes a little better.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
All right.
Jack made this one. Oh,
yeah,
boy.
I made this one.
All right.
All right, we're going to be here for 20 more minutes trying to figure this out.
All right. Let's play NFL Connections Hanukkah edition. Jack, start us off.
This is, I mean, it's Jack's grid.
Yeah. Do you have any
Yeah,
explanation
I mean-
for anything that went into this creation?
Nothing in particular. I mean, I can give you some hints if you start to struggle.
There's
But
a lot
right.
of there's
Yeah.
a lot of running backs,
All
or,
right.
at least just mobile players. I think this is all. It's all offense besides what is it? Derwin James, Tyrann Mathieu, Jalen Ramsey. So we have
Yeah,
three
only
defensive
three.
players.
All right. Drake London. Was he a USC guy?
There
Yeah.
could definitely be a
Yeah.
I
USC.
think so. All right, where do we want to start with? All right. We can start with we have Heisman's on here. So we have only two though, I think.
Tyrann Mathieu was second place.
Was
in
Kyler the
voting
Heisman
this
or was he
year.
just the first overall pick?
he was the Heisman.
He was the Heisman?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's on the Heisman commercials.
He is.
Christian
I mean, he
McCaffrey. Oh, Christian McCaffrey and Drake London. Funny, like our last one, were both the 8th pick in the draft, I believe. That was
If
funny
these
to-
two
That
both
would be
randomly
insane.
get the same
That would be
weird
insane.
question.
That would actually be unbelievable.
Josh Allen was number 7.
What
I
about
think.
what about McCaffrey, Matthew, Murray, Winston invited to New York for the Heisman ceremony?
No way. Derwin James.
That is true of those four. Just saying.
All right, we got. Okay, this is quarterback Josh Allen, right?
Yeah, quarterback
What?
Josh Allen.
It's
What is
not-
Did
Jimmy
Dalvin Cook
Graham
go to
doing on
Miami?
here, though? What is Jimmy Graham
Where did
doing on
Dalvin Cook go to college?
I don't know.
here? I don't know.
Jimmy Graham went to Miami.
Oh, okay. I know that one of the few things I know about Jimmy Graham is he is one of the few players in NFL history with more than like 16 touchdowns in a season. And I know that McCaffrey's done that, and I know that
Marius?
I want to say
David Johnson may have.
I was going to say David Johnson, possibly.
I want to say
Gates or
Demarius.
I think it's Gates or
I don't think
Thomas.
Demaryius Thomas did it. I think it's Gates.
Okay.
Oh, that didn't hit, really?
Mm.
Not
Maybe
even a one away, dang.
maybe replace
Maybe
Johnson
David
with
Johnson's
Gates. Yeah, just this is
Maybe
the one
it's
away
definitely
from
not
you.
Demarius Thomas. No, dang. All right, that sucks. Jameis Winston has thrown. How many quarterbacks we got here? 1, 2, 3. Jack is like such an ass. He puts 3 quarterbacks, 3 defensive players. It's like
3
almost-
Saints.
I'm not going to make it too easy on you.
Oh,
No, you're not. Antonio Gates is like he's what, like he's really high up there in career yards. I think he's like 6th or something. Like he's
For tight ends.
yeah, he's up there. I'm thinking running backs. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Interesting. Gus Edwards. Maybe it's a touchdowns this year. These
Could
3. And does Josh Allen have a lot of rushing touchdowns this year?
Could be that.
Yes, they
Hey!
do. 10 rushing touchdowns this year.
Well
Come on.
done. Well done.
Cannot get past Jesse. Look at you.
How that man? The fact that Gus Edwards has 10 and he scored 0 of them while rostered on my fantasy team for the first 6 weeks of the season, and then as soon as I dropped him, all of a sudden he's the touchdown leader.
Yep.
Uh,
all right.
Tell us how you really feel.
Yeah.
What about
screw
is
you.
Nico Collins a rookie this
No.
year?
I think last year was his second year, first year.
Okay.
He is young though.
Well, I mean, everyone else is a veteran.
Well, Nico Collins had some huge.
No, but I was thinking about big rookie years. Like
Nico
numbers of touchdowns
Nico
for
Collins
rookies.
had almost 200 yards in a game this year, or maybe like
If
198 or
we're-
something.
if we're talking yards from scrimmage, I'd like to try Nico Collins, David Johnson, Demarius Thomas, and Antonio Gates.
One away. Dalvin Cook has had some huge games in his life. Not this year.
Wait.
then-
What's the category you were going for, Zach?
I'm thinking something along the lines of like yards from like total yards or whatever.
You got to
And
put
that-
Jimmy Graham in there. He had like a
It could be.
1,600-yard
Wait,
season.
so that's our one away? No.
It was David Johnson, Nico, Gates, and Thomas's one away.
I want to try replacing Gates with Cook. So
Wait, it was
No.
Oh, interesting. David
Oh.
Johnson, Nico, Jimmy, and okay. So
All right.
seems like those three are.
wait. Nico, Jimmy, Johnson, Gates. Get rid of Demarius Thomas.
No, he was in the one away. Jimmy wasn't.
No, the category that you guys are one away from is way simpler than you're making it.
Ah, come on, man.
Pro Bowl.
If it's Pro Bowl, I swear.
Like
David Johnson.
It is like almost as straightforward as it gets in a connections game.
Okay, is it? Did they all play on the same team or something?
They were all born in April.
I don't know where a lot of these guys went to college, but if that's a simple one.
All right, so Gates. I want to try Gates, Thomas.
Is it
Cook.
another jersey number? Is it an 85?
No.
No, Demarius
No.
Thomas was 88.
No, just I want to try Gates, Thomas, Cook, Johnson. No. Okay,
No,
so
we were right there with these four. I'm thinking, is it?
Is David Johnson the odd man out? Like,
Yeah, that's what I was
Maybe he
thinking.
is. No, it seems like these three were all together. I don't know who the fourth one was.
okay, so
And
it's those
then-
three.
Oh my god.
Try
this is-
Jameis.
Oh my god. Okay, what do Nico Collins, David Johnson, and Demarius Thomas have in common?
Just honestly, just
Were they all
try-
Texans
try
at one
Jameis.
point? Did Demarius Thomas play on the Texans ever?
Yes, he did. He did play for the Texans.
Who else here was a Texan? Tyrann Matthew.
Matthew. Oh my.
There you
Bang!
go.
There it is.
There you go.
Oh
Wow.
my god.
Wow. Okay.
I did not know that Demarius Thomas was a Texan, so that's what was throwing me
Not
off.
for long.
That-
but at the
that's
end.
that's why he was on there.
Was that at the very end of his career? Or
Yeah,
start?
like it was, I
Yeah.
think it was like his last season, or he might have. It might have been his second to last, and he went back to the Broncos for one.
Oh.
But it was at the tail end of his career.
I forgot that Honey Badger was in Houston.
Yeah,
as
I
well.
forgot about.
Also
Matthew.
1 year, I think.
Yeah,
You know,
that was- it was
there
supposed to
are
be like-
four.
Yeah,
Sorry.
like it was supposed to be like notable names that you might not think of that played there. That's sort of the purpose of that.
Fair enough. I like that there's four non-quarterbacks, like offensive players left on the board. There's Jimmy Graham, Dalvin Cook, Drake London, and Antonio Gates. I want to see if they're in a category.
One away.
Okay.
I will say both of these categories are not NFL related.
Okay, so they're college related. We're doing 2 weeks ago.
Kyler Murray was Oklahoma. I don't know.
Oh,
wait.
I
Chat-
like that.
chat
Look
might
at
be
Micah
cooking.
in
Chat
the
might be
chat.
cooking. Chat
Winston,
cooking?
Gates, Graham, and Murray, all multi-sport athletes.
Really? Oh yeah, Jimmy Graham played basketball. Murray baseball. What
Gates,
did
basketball.
and Jameis also or
Jameis
Baseball.
baseball.
Jameis was baseball.
one away?
Oh.
Almost cooked.
Good guess.
Good try, Micah. Good try.
Good guess.
Cooked.
I may have screwed this up. I did not know that Jameis was a multi-sport athlete.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh.
he played baseball. He's a pitcher.
Wait. Try
The category is right, but there is another multi-sport athlete on this.
try instead of Jameis, put
Drake London. I've seen highlights of him playing basketball.
Oh, maybe Drake London.
He's crazy good.
Tyler.
Kyler.
Tyler.
Bang! I saw a video of Drake London in a dunk contest, and he was
Yep.
doing some insane work.
So yeah, he actually was on the USC basketball team in college.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure though. Jameis Winston did play.
He was a
college
pitcher.
baseball.
Yeah,
For Florida State.
now that I think about it, that's definitely right. I should have thought of that.
Wow. so it's no longer me messing up the connections. It's Jack.
Yeah.
What happened,
Good to
man?
know. All right, and then our last category: Dalvin, Derwin, Jalen Ramsey, and Jameis Winston.
Does it have to do with Florida State?
That's with
Derwin
college
James, I
and
think, went to
capacity.
Florida State. I know Jameis did.
I
don't know
could
where
very
James
well just be
Ramsey
Florida
went.
State.
How much you want to bet that Jalen Ramsey went to FSU? I mean, he currently plays in Florida, so it could be home to him.
Yeah.
I'm betting
I think
$10 that
that's the-
Jalen Ramsey went to FSU.
It could also just be
Bang!
There you go.
boom.
Hey, shout out to FSU. They've had a rough week.
Yeah. That's why they were on this. thought I'd give him a little shout.
Had a rough 3 weeks, really.
Yeah.
All right, you want to run the video one more time, and then we'll whatever we want to do next.
Yeah. All right. We'll be right back in just a few moments. So make sure to light your candles.
Hello, Lost Tribe members. How are you? I'm so excited and happy for the opportunity to light up my Hanukkah with you guys this year. As you can see, I'm all alone here, sadly, but it also means that I can shine brighter and also have a whole lot of zufganiyot just for myself. I got all of these for you guys so you can share it with me after we light up the Hanukkah. Okay, hopefully my gaming room won't be caught on fire today. So with the power of this candle, I hope and wish for everybody, for all the Jews everywhere in the world, and from here, from Israel, that we will get to see a Hanukkah miracle this year. So I really wish for everyone happy Hanukkah, and let's light it up. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם אשר קידשנו במצוותיו וציוונו להדליק נר של חנוכה. This is exciting. I haven't done this ever since I was a child. 2, 3, one last one, 4. There we go. Okay, so in my family we also do a little song with it, so sing with me. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם שעשה ניסים לאבותינו בימים ההם בזמן הזה. Amen. That's it guys. It was so lovely to light up the Hanukkah with you, and I hope that you will get anything you wish for when lighting up those candles wherever you are at your home. And yeah, I just hope and wish that everybody will remain safe and Israel will stay strong and win this darkness. Thank you so much, Lost Tribe. Cheers.
Lost Tribe family, we just wanted to wish you a Hanukkah Sameach all the way here from Israel. It's such a complicated time, but hopefully these lights will continue to inspire us to be Jewish activists, to be proud of our Judaism. And remember, always remember, the good trumps the evil, no matter what, no matter when. Our history is proven to us and we will prove to the world again now. Good will win. Wishing you all such a Hanukkah Sameach and continue to be a light to all Jewish people everywhere. I'm the official Mira, and my husband Effie.
Hanukkah, Hanukkah, pass me the dreidel. Spin it on the floor, spin it on the table. The oil burn for 8 nights, no this ain't no fable. Chicken soup and matzo ball, pass me the ladle. I'm eating latkes, we are like the Maccabees, ain't nobody can stop us.
What's up, tribe? I hope you guys have been enjoying Hanukkah so far. If you do !survey and fill out our 1-minute survey, you'll be entered for your chance to win one of 4 $25 gift cards and 1 JBL speaker. So if you haven't done so already, fill that out. Now let's get back to the action.
Is there anything harder than a rap song that rhymes ladle? Jack, your thoughts?
My thoughts. I mean, I don't think there is. The only thing that might be harder is like in the Past the Rock song. I mean, what do we got? We rhymed Jesse with jet skis. I mean, come on.
I actually think it's kind of depressing that Zeman gets his last name rhymed. And
I get my
Past
full
the Rock
name in
sitting there waiting for it.
I'm the only person with my full name in that song.
I like we need a new line of Borak.
Every time that song gets played, I get absolutely doxxed. I get completely doxxed.
Next time we're getting your address in the next verse.
You're so
First my address.
367 Philly Drive. Yeah,
it's gonna be my address, then my credit card number, my social security number. It's just gonna go all downhill.
If someone can rhyme Zach's phone number with something, you win.
Yeah, the name of his childhood
one or something. It's easy.
I like Mazel Tov saying let's get his mother's maiden name in there.
Yeah, please. Awesome. So we're almost done tonight. Night 5, Lost Tribe Hanukkah, 8 days of giveaways. Thanks so much for hanging out. We did a lot of really important sports talk and a lot of ridiculous games as well. we are giving away a PS5, an Xbox Series X, the Apple Watch, AirPods, the MetaQuest 2. We're giving away a JBL speaker if you fill out the survey. We're giving away gift cards galore. We're giving away $500 in 2 separate gleams. 1, computer peripherals of your choice. Number 2, a gift card for sports tickets or sports gear. So check all of that out. All you have to do is !Gleam, !Survey, and then !Ticket, and you can buy tickets to the raffle of all that. I want to thank Route One for their partnership and their support of Lost Tribe. I want to thank Shine a Light for being such a good partner with us. I want to thank all these guys here, Pass the Rock. It's a lucky situation for us to be able to do this show twice a week for you, put all the clips on YouTube and TikTok and Instagram and the whole bit. So I know we love doing it. I'm glad you all like it. And I just want to say we support you, everyone in Israel, with everything going on over there. And we haven't gotten a chance to talk about that yet, but we are with you. We stand with you. And, at this point, we hope for a better future for everyone involved. So, all right, guys, we're going to close it out. I think, Jesse, you have a little grid for us to do.
Yes, I do. So this is made by our good friend, Zach Zeman. He's going to stack the whole team in, and we're going to do this grid. So you like that little rhyme.
I think
All
it's
right.
stack the whole team, man.
Oh.
Maybe it is.
It definitely is.
Whatever, nerd.
We'll play it at the end. You can judge later.
Yeah. All right. So let's fill this out. I have something I can mark this up with? Can I edit the image? All right, beautiful.
Oh,
That is cropping.
Can I add a? All right, there we go. So I'm gonna do this when we get a square.
there you go.
All right.
All right,
Very nice.
chat. Let's go. All right, I'm
Let's
gonna
go,
be of
chat.
no help in this, but let me
the
see if I
bottom
can.
one? All-Star is the bottom one?
Yeah.
All-Star is the bottom one. It's a little cut off.
All right, I'm gonna knock off. Actually, hold on. I need a. All right, I'm gonna knock off the only thing that I think I can do here. Give me Giants, 2 times World Series champion. Give me Madison Bumgarner.
Nice.
Did he win 2?
Madison
Yeah, he did.
Bumgarner
He won 3.
won 3
Yeah, I think he
World
won 3,
Series.
yeah.
Yeah.
Mad
Mad
Bum.
Bum. I hate Mad Bum, but you're right.
Oh.
Mad Bum did win.
The other one I know a few from that team. Paolo Sandoval.
Pablo,
and
you had it right.
Pablo and Brandon
Kung Fu
Bell.
Panda.
Brandon Bell, who's now a J.
Yep.
And Buster Posey. That's all that I know.
Screw Buster Posey. Oh, another number 8 that we forgot though, Hunter Pence.
Hunter
Yep.
Pence. Yeah.
Yeah, we
Another
didn't
one.
forget him. I don't think he's a top 20 number 8. He's okay.
He was a good player. I hated him, but he was a good player.
Are we
Two-time,
going for rarity or no? Or are we just going for answers? Because 2-time World Series champion and All-Star is pretty easy to pull.
It is. There's a lot of different names you can do for that.
I'll just save the.
Is there a
Dodger
Jewish
category
baseball
myself.
player we can do with 2-time World Series champion and All-Star?
Sandy Koufax has to be right.
Was he a Cub?
Well, I'm
Was
going to
he
use
Koufax
him
a
for the
Cub?
Dodgers, though.
Dodger.
Oh, I was gonna
sorry.
say you could use Corey Seager for that.
That's true.
Mhm.
You know what? I'm gonna go with someone who did win exactly 2 World Series, was a 10-time All-Star, and I don't think played for any of these teams. Give me Ricky Henderson
In which square?
in the 2-time World Series champion and All-Star. He won with the A's.
So
and
he
the
won
Blue-
in 89.
He won with the
with the
A's and the
A's?
Blue Jays. A's and the Blue Jays.
Wow. I didn't realize he won
89
in
and
the Blue Jays.
93 if he did win in 89.
Yeah. Oh, look at you going back. It's like I usually get flack when I go back that far.
No,
All right.
Ricky Henderson is my favorite baseball reference page. It's my favorite one.
Well, the best thing
It's
about
a
Ricky
good-
Henderson, if there was a category for speaks about yourself in the third person,
Oh
he would
yeah.
also
Oh yeah.
check
He'd
that
be
box.
number 1. Yep.
Oh God. All right. I can give the strangest, most obscure answer possible for one of these.
Please.
All
Please
right,
do.
let's go.
I have baseball reference open to fact check. I'm ready.
Dodgers Braves. Give me Charlie Culberson.
Charlie Culberson. Jesus, who is this guy? Dodgers and Braves. Yeah. Charlie Culberson.
He was
That's
a
a rarity
Dodger.
score.
Yeah.
The,
that one's got to be a
career,
tie.
oh my God. The career -0.1 WAR.
Yes, sir.
Jesus. Who is this guy?
I wonder if I can get any more
Dodger
off of
legend.
this thing. Braves
Dod-
All-Star.
I mean,
Give
Dodgers
me-
Cubs is pretty straightforward.
Was David Justice an All-Star for the Braves?
I'm more than positive he was.
I know that because of
What about
Moneyball.
Terry Pendleton? I want to go Terry Pendleton just to go old. You
Just-
can write David Justice.
Yeah, just confirming, yes, David Justice was a two-time All-Star with the Braves.
And he was in the movie about the A's.
Three-time
Yeah.
All-Star
Yeah, he got
for his
traded.
career. But yes, it was a two-time All-Star with the Braves.
Nice.
Was this might be a shot in the dark? Was Yasiel Puig on the Cubs or no?
No.
Yes.
No.
No?
He wasn't the Cubs. No.
Yasiel
He was
Puig,
on the Reds. and he was
Dodger,
on the-
Red, Indian,
and Cleveland,
not
yeah.
a Cub.
No. I mean, the easy Dodger Cub is Cody Bellinger, but I feel like I can do better than that.
Okay, well, I mean, that'll be our back pocket one.
Yeah.
Was Kyle Schwarber All-Star?
He was not. I mean, no, he was an All-Star.
I mean, you can definitely do one of my favorite pitchers to watch at that era, Jake Arrieta.
That's
He
true.
was so much fun when he was there.
Schwarber is a two-time All-Star. Neither of those came with the Cubs. If we want to still count it, we can. But he was not an All-Star with the Cubs.
Nah.
Is that what that's
What about
referring
Chris
to?
Bryant?
I thought it just meant that they
Chris
were
Bryant,
a Cub.
Chris Bryant definitely was an All-Star with the Cubs.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I'm checking, but he was definitely an All-Star.
100%.
Yes,
Brian,
he
Rizzo,
was.
Javi Baez,
He
any
was
of
a 4-time All-Star with the Cubs. Chris Bryant.
Oh my God, we shouldn't have done that. He's a Cub giant. Chris Bryant.
Oh, he is a Cub giant.
We shouldn't have used him there.
Well, too late now.
Yeah.
Pen has been put to paper. Was Anthony Rizzo an All-Star?
Absolutely, he was an All-Star.
Rizzo was.
Oh, did he play for either of these other teams?
No.
Rizzo has played for the Padres, the Cubs, and the Yankees.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I've got another really obscure one.
I'm
for
ready.
Braves Giants. And the only reason I know this is because he's also a Brave Dodger. Kevin Pillar.
Oh, he was a Blue Jay.
Yep.
Pillar.
Best center fielder in Jays history.
Kevin Pillar was a Brave and a Giant. Good pull.
Very nice.
I like the questioned look on Brian's face when I said that.
It's terrible.
Oh, man. I
Joe
need
Carter.
a better Dodger Cub than Cody Bellinger. There has to be someone better. That's like too obvious.
There's always
Yeah.
someone better.
There always
Was
is.
trying to go
was,
back.
was
I got
Curtis
it. I got it.
Granderson? Was Curtis Granderson
Wait, that-
on those teams?
I'm gonna check. That is a very interesting pull. Tiger, Yankee, Met, Dodger, Blue Jay, Brewers, Marlins was not a Cub.
Yeah, he was on the
I
Mets.
got
That's
it.
what I said,
You
yeah.
ready? You ready for this? This is going to be something.
I'm ready.
Brandon Morrow.
Brandon Morrow.
He was reliever, 100% a Dodger and a Cub, 100%.
He was a Dodger and a Cub. Yes, his last 2 seasons, Brandon Morrow was a Dodger and then a Cub. What a pull!
I don't know if I spelled Morrow right.
I love that you spelled it.
You spelled it in the most Canadian way possible.
I spelled
You
it like
spelled it
Brian.
the most Montreal way possible.
Yeah.
Or
Oh, he was
Brandon
also a J.
Moore.
I know who that is. Yeah, he was a J. A lot of Blue Jays on here.
Yeah, he was.
Oh,
He was
man.
also a Blue Jay. Career 11 WAR player though.
Ish Smith. Where is he?
Did Ish Smith play for the Cubs and the Giants?
No, I
Probably.
wish.
That's the answer to
He
that.
probably could have.
So Tyreek Hill is, I don't think, in the game, by the way, anymore. He left
Oh.
the game, and the Titans lead 10-7 in the first half. The Dolphins have not scored in this game. The defense got a pick 6. The offense has not put up points so far.
Wow.
Wow.
Are we still using Sandy Koufax for our Dodgers 2-time World Series champion?
Yep.
You bet we are.
Yeah, he can work there for sure.
I just know that Brian brought it up in case we thought of someone else, and I think at this point let's do Sandy Koufax.
Yeah.
And a little scoreagami for
Mike
you.
Scioscia.
Both of these games,
Mike
by the way.
Scioscia is another one, 2-time World Series champ, as a Dodger catcher and as an Angels manager.
Ooh. All right, so far it's just
random.
I can get it. There's got to be a Cub giant other than Chris Bryant. I know we totally wasted Chris Bryant there.
You mean other than Brandon Morrow? Oh, a Cub giant. Sorry.
Yeah, Cub giant. A Cub giant. No, Brandon Morrow is about as good as I'm going to get for Cubs.
As a giant Cub. I like a giant Cub.
Giants Cubs.
Ooh, did Moises Alou play for the Giants?
How do you spell that?
Alou. He also played for the Expos.
Moises Alou, Pirate, Expo, Marlins, Astros, Cub, Giant, Cub and Giant.
Yes. Wow.
Moises Alou. What a poll.
I knew he played for the Cubs because he was the closest outfielder during the what's his name catch.
Wow.
The fan.
What a pull. I've never heard of this guy.
Oh,
what's the
I know
fan that caught the ball?
Yeah.
Okay, so
I don't know his name, but I know what you're talking about.
So you guys might be wondering, Zach, why is this specifically a Hanukkah grid? It is because there is a player who fits all of these categories, who also represented Team Israel in the last World Baseball Classic. Every single category on this grid fits Jock Peterson.
Very
Jock
nice.
Peterson.
Yeah.
So every single category could have.
You don't want to save that?
Wait, when was he a Cub?
Jock Peterson was a Cub in 2021.
I do not remember
He
that.
was a Cub for 73 games before being traded to Atlanta.
Huh. I have no memory of him on the Cubs.
Yeah.
That has been erased from my mind.
Dodger for a while, as you know, Jack. Then a Cub, a Brave, a Giant.
And a proud member of the
electric.
tribe.
I'm just glad I got one out of those.
You had the poll of the night.
Moises Alou is a great poll.
Moises Alou is what a poll.
Thank
That
you.
was pretty sick.
Yeah.
Well, I think that we're about done here. I mean, we've been going 2.5 strong hours. Thank you to everybody who's been with us tonight. Make sure you're entering all of the giveaways. Make sure you redeem your points. You can check your points, exclamation ticket to buy a ticket. Enter the Gleam giveaway, exclamation Gleam, to go see those giveaways there. Get you some extra prizes. It's been a great night. We're continuing the action tomorrow with Hanukkah Night 6. So make sure that you guys tune into our stream again tomorrow. Same place, same time, 7 p.m. on Tuesday evening. We've got a great stream for you guys tomorrow night, so make sure you tune in. Offie's going to be playing some Valorant, so make sure you go watch him sweat with the op in Valorant because that's all he can use. And we're going to be giving away some PC peripherals on the gaming page as well. So make sure if you need a new keyboard, a new mouse or something, you go head over to that giveaway. Going to be a lot of fun tomorrow. Please don't end stream, says Steak. Sorry, we're going to be ending the stream. But did we give away all of our gift cards for tonight, Brian?
I believe J-Lau gave them all away.
J-Lau's been raffling like crazy.
And we gave away those trivia
all right, yeah.
as well. So.
All right, well, yeah, J-Lau says more than enough LMAO. Thank you to everybody who's been hanging with us for tonight. We will see you all tomorrow again for Hanukkah. We won't see you, but we'll be back on Wednesday for our daytime show. And that's all for tonight. So that's it. Boys, what a rip. Happy Hanukkah 2023 for
Hanukkah. Hey, play our outro. Play our outro.
I'm not playing the candle lighting again. I'm playing this.
No, I got it.
Play our outro.
This is Pass the Rock.
I got it ready.